the day. We've got the Hotham Hotel, Maury out there. Yards who have been on with us for a long, long time.
Yes.
The Comna Theme, which you can't get better. And DeGrandy Cycles. Got on your DeGrandy. I might buy a bike too and get a bit fit too.
I've got him in
The
garage.
standing coach at Inverleith's going all right, isn't he?
Hey?
If they're looking for a new coach, why couldn't he put his hand up for next year?
Oh, I don't see why he couldn't. He did a great job at Anarchy. And then he's done a very good job taking over out there. Don't forget Lifeline and Buckley's Entertainment
Well, I
Centre.
got interrupted before I got finished.
Sorry, I thought
okay,
you'd
mate.
done.
He's never done, mate. You know that. You've got to cut him off most of the
You
time.
need a little buzzer you can push. So I'm finished.
Right, so if you let me finish,
Rightio.
Lifeline.
Yes.
And remember, you can't do it on your own. I might even give that phone number out. I'll give it twice. So hang on, get a pen. 1, 2, 3, 4. The number is
That's not the number.
131 114. Okay, so remember it. 131 114. Lifeline. You cannot do it on your own.
No, you can't. That is exactly right, mate. And, of course, our great friends at Buckley's Entertainment Centre that will bring us the second quarter today. Captain's out in the middle now shaking hands. What's that? Budavaris captaining today?
Yeah, I think he's captain, mate. He's
No, he's vice captain, isn't he?
No, he was captain last. Well, Brendan Reese must be captain, isn't he?
Oh, he is too. So I think they've lost the coin in the crack. I didn't see which way they've pointed. So watching Yatesy and Mick run to either end doesn't really matter. There's no wind for a change. So Dale, you played up a little bit. Didn't matter which way the wind was blowing. You'd always kick more goals to the southern end of this ground.
Yeah, well, I don't know why that is either, Spider.
Which
but,
end's that? The
That
scoreboard
end,
end.
where you come in, Grubb.
To all yous are listening, scoreboard end.
Yeah, so it's the entrance end. So the cricket net end, if you want to.
Yep.
So I don't know why. It always just seemed to happen. You always kick more goals that way. It's one of the anomalies of this ground. Might be those beautiful trees over there that block a bit of the breeze. So we got 3 to go. Any more sponsors for us, Grub, or do we want to go send back to the studio and get a few words?
I just do want to say and reiterate what Smithy said before. Belpo still are very, very good in the wind up there. And the last time we played, there was no wind. They kicked atrociously. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Or that 50-point win might not be one.
Well, it still might be, but it just might be 50 points, literally.
Who's laughing at his own bloody jokes
Me?
now, Brady?
Hey, you're a father too. We're allowed to laugh at our own jokes. Here we go. This still been some bad news. I mean, wife's just texted me and said the weather's not looking great, so we're not going to Adventure Park tonight. So here I'm wearing pants and shoes for nothing.
Yeah, I got worse news than that.
What?
My wife just texted me and said someone pinched our yellow rubbish bin.
Well, just bring the cancel. I'll drop a new one off.
Well, that's what I thought. But
I can't. But I'm going to go home and get shorts and thongs on.
well, off you go.
I'm not
we
going.
can do without
Adventure
you.
Park, you're talking down at halfway to Queenscliff. Is that where you're going?
Yeah. So they have a winter wonderland. So we're going to take the granddaughter out. So night lights and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it'll be fantastic fun.
It would have been,
Eh?
Grubby.
It'll be fantastic
Now you can
fun.
sit down and watch the footy spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the cricket starts next week, so I'll be fine. Yeah,
Mow
I'll
your
watch the
lawn
footy.
or wash your car.
Speaking of footy, last night's game was probably the best game of league football I've watched, and I've actually started watching it again because I'm obviously doing a few shows and we talk about it. I watched last night's game. It was a brilliant game.
I know that Brisbane won in the end, didn't they?
No, Melbourne won by a
Melbourne
point.
won by a point.
Melbourne won by a point.
Oh, I went to bed at half time because I'd had enough watching. We wanted to watch a movie with the wife, and then
No, you
I watched the movie.
What sort of
and,
movie?
And I turned it back on, and it was 104 to 80
It
something.
was 104 to 105 was the final score, mate.
Oh, well, there you go. When I
They
went
the
to,
last 3.
I was going to say the footy just haven't started that well, but it's not so bad. I got one back. So
The Swans won by 2 points on Thursday.
And
Yeah, I didn't
that was
like
the
that either.
worst game. Umpiring was horrendous. But anyway, we're not worried about that. We've got great umpires here in the GDFNL, and Grubby doesn't know them. And anyway, we've got who they are. So we know their names, but you haven't met them before.
No, I haven't. But as I say, from Cal Clissold, who's up at state level now, which he didn't forget to tell me that.
Didn't he? I'm sure he bragged about that. His son's playing today, Daniel,
Yes.
which obviously he's obviously takes after his mother because he's not an umpire, he's a player.
Right. We're going to start or what?
We're about to go. Dale? Oh,
siren has sounded, ball is in the air, and we've got Ren Lover going up against Maloney. Ball comes to ground again. It's players converge on the ball, but very quickly the umpire's in and will take possession of it once again. Rouget was a player merging with the ball. Again, ball up quickly. Lover gets the ball down. Sawney out of the middle, little kick forward. Tried to be helped forward there by Parrish. He couldn't take clean hands. Ren Lovett gets it, gives the handball inside to Basely. Basely looks up and goes into their forward line. Goes looking towards Costello. Geez, he's got Curse-Up Cole on him. I wouldn't like a foot race there. If he gets away from him, he might be in a bit of trouble, the old Nick Costello. Ball is back in their forward line. It's picked up and it's hand back inside. That was Andrews, I reckon, that had the ball then. He must have stepped over the line. Umpire said yes, he has. There will be a ball in from the boundary line right on the 50-metre arc.
I reckon you give him 30 metres starting a 50-metre race.
We've still been there.
Yeah.
That might be a good matchup there. Ball from that ruck contest. Sawney just boots the ball off the ground, takes it back towards centre wing. Players get towards the ball. Coming through there was Kieran's, I reckon it was. Head over the ball, comes out the back. Tap down there, Bo Collins. Again, picked up this time, and I'm not too sure who that player is from the Winchelsea side, so I can see him stand.
I'll tell you one thing. Don't forget about the pace. He's got the experience. Don't worry about just outrunning him and that. You've got to beat him and stop him from getting goals.
So the ball from that ruck contest, umpire's down, so picked up by O'Hanlon. He's put on his backside again. Bellpost Hill emerge with the ball, kick back into their half-forward line. Costello comes out, but it's Curse-Up Cole that gets the ball and delivers it back towards centre wing. O'Hanlon had the ball, went to give the handball, did so nicely in the end. Again, put his team under a bit of pressure. Collins arrives. He puts more pressure on. They win possession of the ball, so they're working pretty hard through the middle of the ground, but Collins comes out, kicks forward to Ford, and he will take the mark on his chest in front of Budavalis. That's a bit of a height mismatch there as well.
Well, it is, but it didn't matter at that stage because the lead was a beauty, the kick was a beauty, and the Winchelsea captain had no chance of stopping him, none whatsoever.
So good delivery into the forward line there, and Will Ford to go back, have a shot at goal some 2 minutes into this first quarter.
Got to reset the scoreboard here.
Yeah, I know. I just had looked then myself. They got the 42
3
points
goals,
now.
42 now, mate.
They must have to correct it after the siren. So Will Ford from about 40 metres out, almost directly in front, to kick Bellpost Hill's first score of the game, you would think. Off the boot, it looks very nice. It is hanging to the left, and he has missed it through for 1 minus score. So Bellpost Hill are that score. And Winchelsea are yet to score. We have gone 3 minutes. Fairhaven Homes, first quarter scoreboard.
Allowed for the win that wasn't there.
Yeah.
There's never any win at Werribee.
Oh, come on, mate. All right. Winch to bring the ball back in. Hopefully they come this side of the ground. It'd be nice. Yes, they have. They come to the playground side. The playground, clubroom side. Nice little kick across there. And Nankervis takes the mark in front of Jordan Flakovenko. Nankervis now for Winch. Comes short again. Looking for James. Ball goes over his head. Picked up there by Marr. Marr handballs the ball across to Fantella. Fantella goes to left foot, but he's tackled as he goes to kick it. The umpire said he hadn't attempted it. The ball will be thrown in right in front of the Winchelsea coach's box.
Did he kick that, did he?
I don't know. Well, it went forward a little bit, mate, so it must hit something. But
it's
anyway.
the ball.
Yeah, okay. All right. The boundary umpire throw the ball in. Maloney versus Ren Lovett. Lovett gets to the front, wins the tap down quickly to Fantella, throws it on the boot. Deep in the forward line for Bellpost. Still players bouncing around, but Barton had a chance to pick it up, missed it. Ball comes. Parrish gets a handball across the teammates, wrapped up immediately. That's Finn Parrish, that was. So about 35 out from the Bellpost Hill goal here. Done all the attacking so far. Ball's up in the air. Timmy Barton grabs it out and handballs it across to Adam Costello, who goes out to Andrews, who has a flying shot for goal on the left and has missed everything. Puts it out of bounds on the full. A couple of metres around from the behind post. Quince need to work it out. Sawney with the different colour boots on again to bring the ball back in. Does so. Hits Finn Parrish on the chest. Parrish plays on straight away. Ball smothered beautifully there. Picked up. Gets a handball across. Looking for Cubby Basely. Basely with the ball now. Tackled immediately. Umpire will pay dropping the ball. Probably had prior opportunity, Grub.
I think he did. He could have handballed it out before he took that step. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's a good decision.
Fantastic tackle. So short to Finn Parrish again, who's making his presence felt. Takes the ball, takes the mark for Skalronski. Parrish back to Sawney. Sawney now going short again. Little chip games working very, very well so far. Is that Roger with the ball? Has been called to play on. Comes out looking for Henry, but it's not a great kick. Intercepted by Costello. Wrapped up in a tackle here is Kendall. Yates and Skonrowski got him. So Skalronski, sorry. So Lovett and Maloney to do battle. Ball tapped forward by Lovett to Yates. Spills, kicks the ball off the ground. Finn Parrish to pick the ball up off the ground. No, runs without it. Gets the handball away in the end. Sawney running onto it. Wrapped up pretty quickly by Costello. Does enough to get a handball away. Umpire didn't pick a free kick. Barton comes in. Picks the ball up. Drops the ball. Wrapped up quickly by Kersop Cole. Ball goes forward now for Winch. Centre wing, far side of the ground. Picked up there. Handballed out to... is that 51? I haven't got 51 on the new list.
No,
So we'll find out who that was.
might be Rory Elliott, mate.
Rightio.
He was 53 on the list, the late list, so
Okay.
he might be the only one I don't...
Well, there must have been one change that I haven't got on my book, so we'll go with Rory Elliott. Anyway, the ball up takes place. Lurrett wins the tap down. Wrapped up immediately. The ball going nowhere. Umpire said we'll do it again.
Tell you what, though, with that free kick, with that prior opportunity, they're letting the bloke who gets the ball just a little bit of time. That's the way you got to have it. I love that.
Oh, Lovett wins the tap down to Yates. Yates almost dives on the ball and drags it in. How's the umpire going to see this one? He's going to say it's all mine. We've gone 6.5 minutes to Fairhaven Home's first quarter scoreboard. So his Belpo still one behind, leading Winch yet to score.
So ball thrown up on the umpire on the far side of the ground. It's tapped out, tapping through. Collins tries to keep it in front of himself. He does that nicely now. He's got support there. Ball's picked up, cleared away there. And that was through Quinn. Quinn got the handball outside and it goes to Andrews. Goes in forward again, looking for his full forward. Umpire's call play on. Budavalis did nicely. Handball wasn't great. Well, it might have been okay, but his teammate didn't take it cleanly. And there's going to be a ball in again inside the forward 50. O'Hanlon going down to do some ruck work now. So Barton up against O'Hanlon. Bit of a height variation there. Ball comes out the back. Well read out the back by Walsh. Got the handball outside. And again, they run from the half back line. They need to keep the ball moving there, but Belpo still with a bit of force the ball forward. Kicked off the ground there. Ball goes back in towards their centre half forward position. Picked up there, Finn O'Keefe. Handball goes outside. And picked up there, Kersop Cole. He loves to run. Cozzy's going to do a great job, but I don't know whether he can catch him. Kersop Cole, after the third. Handball goes up over the top, and it's going to be Kendall. Gets the ball back outside to Kersop Cole. Looks forward, good pass, and the mark has been taken inside 50. So a chance now for them. Huff, who was quite good last week, presented pretty nicely, and he has got a ball, which he is in range. Probably difficult to kick from that position. So he's going back deliberately to have a shot. Kicked that goal. Looks okay off the boot. Going to get to the goal square. Up over the top. Big grab from there. It looked like Maloney up over the top. Didn't take the mark. Ball now in the back pocket. Kicked off the ground there by Baseley. Ball goes outside 50. Leading in the race for the ball on the far side might have been Scott. He couldn't pick the ball up, but it's Belpost Hill that do and come through Jones and go back towards the centre wing in front. Mark is not taken out there. Forward, went back, tackled. Budavalis brought him down. Might have been a bit lucky there with the tackle. It was a bit dangerous, but the ball now into the hands of a seeker. He goes back into the forward line, reading the ball nicely out there. This time is Nankervis once again. So Nankervis transfers play across the ground into the hands of Shearer. He looks further afield, got a player deep, but he goes short. Mark will be taken out there by Kendall. Was good last week. Can he kick three goals last week? And again, he's up to his feet and goes back in towards centre wing. Mark is also taken out there. And that's Luke Henry that's got the ball here. So Henry now with the ball, defensive side of centre wing. Will come round the club room side of the ground, go back towards centre wing, true centre wing, and Bo McNamara standing in the hole, takes the mark. So McNamara now, plenty of space forward of them. Basically looks the read over the top. He's just waiting for his options now. Hasn't got one, so he decides to go in that direction now. At the back, basically, ball gets to the ground, picks the ball up, wants to get back through the tackle, kicks the ball, and goes into their forward line. Leading in the race for the ball is Walsh once again. He can't pick the ball up cleanly. Handball comes out. Okay, put his teammate under a bit of pressure. He's held. Umpire said, no prior opportunity. We're going to have a ball up which will take place deep in the forward line. So players move down there. Barton this time again doing ruck work. Ball is tapped down. Wasn't pick up there by Gemmell, but it's picked up now. Belpost Hill. They go one way and another. Back through Jones, I think it is. Went outside. Back towards Collins. He puts it towards the top of the square, but reading the ball nicely. Mark has been taken out there. Looks like Shearer again. He takes the ball and comes out wide to look for Sawney. Vasika nearly got his hands on the ball, but Sawney picks the ball up. Got the handball away to Finn Parrish. He's tackled, brought to ground. No prior opportunity there. Umpire, good decision. Ball up will be taken.
Spoke to Butch Shaw before the game. He said they will take a risk. Well, one of those risks is Kersop Cole on on Costello because he'll run off him, but he's still got to defend.
So Govers.
Yep. Govers versus Maloney. Sorry, mate. Maloney picks the ball up. Handball about Indy Parish, who tries to feed over top. Doesn't work. Cubby basically runs onto the ball. Quick kick into the forward 50. 3 votes. Falls to the back to Costello, who swings around, has a snapshot. Might have been touched on the way through. Picked up. Oh, probably no need for the handball, but it got handballed out. Over to Will Ford, who has a snap and has kicked the first for... He's first for the day, the first for Belpost Hill. Fairhaven Homes first quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes 45. Gone in the quarter. Belpost Hill 1-1, Winchelsea to score.
Well, he's had 2 shots for goal now, and he'd love to kick a bag against his former side because he did come from Winchelsea. The first one he missed, but he didn't make any mistakes with that one. And a couple of ball handling errors just out in front of us when Winchelsea could have taken the ball down to their forward line and fell back into the Belpost Hill. They've got to take their risks, as Butch said, but they've got to be clean. Because if you're not clean against Belpost Hill, they will hurt you.
All right, back in the middle now. Govers versus Maloney. Govers wins that one down. Sawney overruns the ball. Falls into the hands of, was that Parish again? Ball kicked long. O'Halloran, sorry. Kicks the ball down. Turnover now out in front of Andrews. Andrews picks the ball up very nicely for Belpost Hill. Short little kick looking for Ford again. Doesn't quite take the mark. Costello there to help out. Ford fighting for it on the ground. Knocks the ball out. Stacks on the mill happens now all of a sudden. All players coming up, boys lurking around. Blows the whistle and says, that'll be mine, thank you. We've got 11 minutes 45. Fairhaven Homes first quarter scoreboard here at Myers Reserve. Ball goes in the air. Barton wins the tap down. Ball spills free on the right foot here. Centering the ball, but no one home for Belpost Hill. Indy Parish picks the ball up. It's a handball across to Sawney, who's quite happy to concede a minor score. Belpost Hill 1-2-8. Winchelsea to score. Ball kicked out here. Ball lands with Baseley. Gets the handball out to Vasurka. Vasurka knocks the ball over to Sam Quinn. Quinn gets the ball across to Andrews. Andrews ducks and weaves onto the left foot. Nice little kick to space. No one home. Picked up at the end there by Bo Collins, who goes bang crash straight through the middle. So Bo Collins gets his first for the afternoon. Belpost still second. They go to 2-2-14. Winchelsea to score. We've gone 12 and a half minutes. Fairhaven Homes first quarter scoreboard.
Well, I'm just going to reiterate what I said after the first goal. Tavau Sawney came out, kicked the ball. The Winch player got both hands to it and dropped the mark. Now, he takes the mark what he should have taken, and again, the ball comes back this way. But as soon as he drops it, Belpost Hill, as I said, they will hurt you, and there's 2 goals from 2 ball handling errors. So you must be clean, especially in defence, when you play against Belpost Hill. You can't afford to fumble, drop marks that you should take. You've got to be clean. And if they continue to do that, then Smithy will be in the realm of the 50-point victory. There's no doubt about that. I don't know if they've got it up there much at all yet.
No, I think the half forward line, or that one shot of goal here was
That's the one, yeah.
Maloney tried to take the hanger in the goal square and just went over the back, didn't it?
Yeah. So,
but then it was cleared straight out, Grubb.
Yeah.
So it's back in the middle, and it will be Maloney up against Govers. Ball tapped down by Maloney. Running onto it is going to be picked up. Fantella, handball over the top. Sawney read that nicely. Runs onto the ball. There's a little bit of space outside to Kendall. Kendall looks up. Nice looking kick into the forward line. And that's all. I was going to say good hands there from Huff. But unfortunately, dropped it at the last minute. Ball runs over the boundary line. We will have a throw-in to take place in front of the scoreboard here at Belpost Hill.
See, that was better.
3 goals 51 now, mate.
Yeah, I know.
That was better till the last kick. Sawney, handball, clean. They were clean coming through there. Have to do that all day.
Anyone think Mussy's on the scoreboard? Ball thrown back in. He'll be in to see me tomorrow, so that'll be all right. That's a high tackle there. I think it was Tate.
High, no.
Lucky there. I thought it might have been the first instance over the top. Gemmell coming through the contest. So umpire back with the ball once again, about 25 out from goal. Winchelsea's tacking in. Hanlon doing the ruck work. Ball comes out of that contest. Again, on hands and knees, picked up Fantella, tried to force the ball out. Also, Yates is on hands and knees, so it's not going to come out of there too quickly. Umpire does the right thing and calls for another ball up to take place.
0-0-200 now, mate.
We're getting some action. So the ball now, Yates doing the ruck work. Now there's a Shepherd there. And it's going to go to O'Hanlon, so he's going to have a shot at goal. He also got a couple of goals last week. So a chance here for the Winchelsea side to get their first score of the afternoon. And he will kick from about 35 to 40 metres out. We get a good look at the ball from here. So Hanlon now in Momentum up, kicks that goal, looks okay off the boot, no distance, but it's going to be marked right on the line. And that will be Maloney again. No, it's Huff again, sorry. Right in the goal square. So Winchelsea surely will get their first goal of the afternoon. And that is straight over the umpire's head. So Winchelsea now, their first goal moves them to 1 goal straight. They trail Bellpost Hill on 2-2. 15 and a half gone. Buckley's in it. Fairhaven Homes first quarter scoreboard. Getting too far ahead of yourself here.
Look, they kept it in there for a bit of time too. Like as I said, they were clean going in, but when the ball come out, they kept it in there. And again, that's what you've got to do, not just against Bellpost Hill, but you've got to do it against all the sides and keep it in there and fight hard. And that was a magnificent mark right on the goal line. And it was a beautiful kick too from O'Hanlon, and he's got it right up there. A magnificent mark and a great goal puts them back in the game.
All right, Lovett Maloney in the middle now. Lovett wins the tap down to Collins. Collins gets a handball out looking for Fantella, but misses him. Running onto the ball was Parrish. Astray with his handball. O'Hanlon coming at it again. Bo Collins dives on it. Ball in O'Hanlon's hands. Falls out to Vasurka. Tries to get a kick away. Can't do it. Parrish fires the handball out, but it's chopped off by Collins, who breaks free. Goes long. A little bit short. Looking for Costello. No, Flakavenko, sorry. Andrews kicks the ball off the ground. Adam Costello going to run on it, but the boundary line beats them all. About 35 round from the Bellpost, still behind. Post. Ticked over 16 and a half minutes. Fairhaven home first quarter scoreboard. Boundary umpire about to throw it in. We've got Yates in the ruck here by the look of it. Ball thrown in. Yates does win the tap down to Bo Collins, who chips it across. Will Ford drops what he should have taken 10 metres out from goal. Dives on it. Ball is wrapped up immediately. The umpire's coming in. And he talked about taking Mark's grub. He should have grabbed that one too. He had the right spot.
That was a sitter for Will Ford. But
at the right spot. Anyway, ball goes up now. Yates doing the ruck work again against O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon wins it uncomfortably. Ball on the deck now, deep in the pocket. Quick little hands, good little handball out. And ball has been knocked over the line for a boundary line throw in. About 20 metres around the other side now of the Bellpost Hill goal. So, boundary umpire about to throw the ball in. Ren Lovett and Maloney have both worked their way down there. Lovett gets to the front. No one really wins a tap down. They're diving on the ball. Umpire's probably got no choice to come in and ball this one up as well. So, do we look for the third or fourth ball up throw in free kick now? Anyway, so Ruckman go at it. Lovett wins that one comfortably. Picked up handball out. Winch clearing the ball out of their back line now. A one-on-one contest. It looks like Henry's picked the ball up, gets the handball across. Picked off by Andrews, who just snaps it back in. Costello does Fleckerman did a fantastic job of diving that and keep the ball in front. Down full forward, the ball is spilled free and gone over for one rush behind the Bellpost Hill, who move on to 2 goals, 3-15, leading Winch one goal straight. Ball kicked out here to Luke Henry, that is. Henry coming across to Rory Elliott, who's is to 53. Elliott gets the ball. Handball's out to Parrish, who wasn't a great handball, but he was good enough to get it. Handball's over the top here to James. James takes on a couple and gets through, throws it onto the left boot, looking for O'Hanlon, but Yates using his strength had a free kick paid against him for pushing the back. So O'Hanlon for Winch. Almost goes across centre wing. Falls over the back here to Maloney. Maloney does well, picks the ball up, handballs to Parrish. Parrish probably taking a bit high in that tackle by Timmy Barton. So just exchanging phone numbers and what they're going to do tonight, the boys. So we have Finn Parrish with the ball here for Winch. Goes short. That's okay. That's come off. Looks a bit sore there, Finn. So we've got now Indy Parrish, 65 out from goal. Another short kick to James. Advance the ball about another 15 metres. James looking at his options now. Goes long into the hot spot. Players come out. That's probably an unreasonable attempt, but falls over the back. Falls into the hands of, that was Ed Smith, was it? Who's had a running banana at goal and has put it through behind. So Winch go to 1-1, trailing Bellpost Hill, 2 goals, 3. 20 minutes gone. Fairhaven Homes first quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, I was going through the Fairhaven Homes double stories the other day. Geez, they're a beautiful home. They are one of the best homes I've ever seen. Magnificently designed, magnificently built. If you're not doing anything this weekend, get out there to their displays and have a look at a Fairhaven home.
They put any food on? Ball kicked in there for the full-back position. It goes back in the hands of Bosley. Bosley along the boundary line. Nice looking kick again. Mark will be taken out here by Andrews. So Andrews set on the half-back line now. Looking at his options, there's nothing straight down the line, so he's going to play on now and run and carry, and the ball will go over centre wing. Barton in front. Finn Parrish makes himself available, puts himself in front, goes towards Collins. He can't pick the ball up. Running out the back was Gillespie. He got the handball out. Here's Kersop Cole. He's going to take him on. He needs to be good. Got away the first time. Gee, he ran a long way, but he got away with it. Picked up there. Mars right over the top of the ball. Oh, Yates off the ground was okay. It's going to end up in the hand of Clissold. Clissold round the body. Went looking for. Will find his teammate there. And it's Costello, that's Adam. Again, he goes round the body over the top of Collins, coming out to meet the ball. All four did that nicely. A strong attack on the football. Bodavalis puts his head over the ball. Here's tackle. Ball not coming out of there. Umpire in again very quickly. Good work.
No quarter asked, do you?
No.
They're going in hard and fair.
So umpire just asking who's doing the ruck duties. Timmy Barton obviously does bell post hill. Tried to kick it round the body, picked up by Collins, went back towards the top of the square. Mark will not be taken. This ball comes to ground, picked up there. Costello on the left boot goes back to the goal square, and Winchelsea will defend out there. So the mark has been taken and transferred across the ground. Mark was there, and it was from Shearer. He goes further afield. It's good ball skills in these conditions.
Ooh.
And they're getting the ball outside 50 at the moment. Now they go back inside. Tab Sawney. He's, again, just slowed the game down a little bit now. Finn Parrish has made a lead. Gee, he put a bit of pressure on him. Asked him a fair bit of it. He was taken high. Timmy Barton up over the top again. So Finn Parrish continuing his good form from last week.
Is that Parrish? Huh?
It's Kendall.
Oh, is it?
Kendall, yeah. He's the bloke that won the best on the ground last week.
Well, he was good too last week. They were both good last week. So the ball back out towards centre wing. Mark not taken out there by Henry at the ground level. Jones, I think it is over the top of the football, and it's going to be held up. Umpire will come in and take possession just forward of centre wing. It was actually Andrews, I think, one of the two on the bottom of the pack. Ruckman arrived, Lovett and Maloney. Ball is thrown in, ball comes out. Yates, quick hands outside, went looking for his teammate. Again, he's got support there. Yates went back and collected it once again, and again they worked the ball back into their forward line. Costello, a little sit, got underneath the ball, went through. I think Finn Parrish was claiming the mark there. Probably had a fair call there, because I think Flacavento went underneath it. So again, Ruckman throws the ball, well, doesn't throw it up, the umpire threw the ball up. He tapped down by Barton. Winchelsea working pretty hard in defence, and they've had to do that for most of the quarter. Again, picked up, handball from Jones, went along the boundary line and went over. Have another throw in. So as we tick towards 23 minutes in this first quarter, Bellpost still are 2-3, Winchelsea are 1-1.
I thought he was going to play deliberate then for a second, the way they do it. Anyway, Ruck's about to go at it. Here we got Barton versus Henry. Ball brought to ground. Scramble, quick handball out to Sawney. Sawney goes over the top to no one in particular, but moving the ball forward as he could. Overrunning it there was Walsh. Ball comes back to Costello. Handball across. Stacks on the mill now. 45 out from Bellpost Hill's goal. We'll have another ball up.
There were times when you played footy years ago, you couldn't handball like that. You can't throw the hand and just punch it, but they allow them to do it now.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, the ball comes down to the ruck contest, lands in the hands of Mar. Mar goes forward looking for forward. Not a beautiful kick. Bit tough. Ball beats everyone. Goes out of bounds. So we'll have a boundary line throw in about 15 metres out from the Bellpost still behind post. Kicking to the Geelong Rangers end of the ground, which is the north end. Geez, Grubby, you're right there, mate. Don't know your directions. Ball comes in. Got Barton versus Maloney. Maloney wins that one convincingly over the back, but running onto the ball is Sam Quinn. The ball has been marked in the last line of defence. So Budavalis moves the ball quickly, looking for and finding Lachlan Kendall, who's been very, very good so far. Kendall gets the ball over the top to Kersop Cole, who's just taking every opportunity to run off his opponent at the moment and doing it quite successfully. Tried to hack the ball out of mid-air and missed it completely. Let the Bellpost Steel players catch up, and we have another ball up on the far side of the ground, pretty much centre wing. So Kersop Cole causing a few issues down there, Grub.
Yeah, well, you don't want Nick, because he doesn't want to chase.
No, he won't. Anyway, Maloney wins the tap out, knocks it forward for Winch. Kicked off the ground. Picked up there. Now handball's gone out. Sawney with the ball again, hot in his tail. chips across beautifully. Finds Maloney. Maloney 70 out from his own goal. Handballs back to Sawney. Sawney comes across the ground looking for Rouget. Rouget takes the mark just outside the 50-metre line now. Looking at his options, they've all led, but he's decided to come wide again. Finds Luke Henry. Henry just looks up, chips the ball in beautifully, and finds Indy Parish. So, great bit of play there. Lands in the ball of Indy Parish, who will be kicking from just inside the 50. No, he's now gone, played on quick, gone short. Boy, it's not a great option. Not a great option. Ball chopped off by Mark Belpo still. He comes out wide looking for Barton. Ball swings away from Barton. He's out muscled there by Walsh.
Oh.
But stacks on the mill again. Picked up by Quinn. Couldn't quite do anything with it. Walsh dives back in, picks the ball up. Umpire's already put the hands across the chest and then blew the whistle. So we've now gone 26 minutes. Fairhaven home first quarter scoreboard. Belpo still 2 goals, 3-15, leading Winch 1-1-7.
So ball thrown up on just forward to centre wing for the Winchelsea side. Ball comes out the back, picked up there by Baseley. Put himself under a little bit of pressure, but he's going to go backward and get himself out of trouble. Mark will be taken out there by Marr. Marr deep in their back pocket. Quinn short if they want to go that way, but he decides he's going to come longer down the boundary line. Goes back towards Costello. O'Hanlon's there. Ball gets out the back, running free, picked up. Looks like Kendall's going to run onto it. Has a little bit of time and some space. He goes back into their forward line. Marr in front. Coming across was Baseley. Ball gets out the back. Nice work there by Parrish because he did that. And he went back towards the centre half forward with the kick. Out there is Tav Sawney. Couldn't take the mark. Ball gets to ground. McNamara's coming through. Fasika's also there underneath the contest. Tries to keep the ball running. He's been able to do that. Smith picked the ball up. And then ball's back to Kendall. Kendall went backwards and found Scott. And he goes quickly into their forward line. Ball gets out the back once again. Huff and also Baseley over the top of the ball. A ball is tapped back towards the goal square, and it will be
That was about as dangerous as it gets from Callum Baseley.
behind to the Winchelsea side. So 1 goal, 2 now to Winchelsea, 2-3 to Belpo still. For all the time they've had, that margin is only about 7 or 8 points. So it's they've done pretty well, Winchelsea, for all the ball use they've had in their forward line. But Baseley now is going to do some kicking in from that position. Sucking in the big ones, I think. Ball now is kicked to the far side of the ground. Nice kick, Marcus taken out there. So even though we have a drizzle of rain, the skills have been pretty good from both sides today. And that's an even better kick. Goes further field and it's taken by McNamara. Oh, no, it's not Bo. Yeah, it is McNamara, isn't it? Yep. He goes quickly into their forward line. Goes looking for Costello. Or might have been interfered with. I thought it might have been also. Picked up by Barton, a short kick going forward. And again, some good hands there by Flacavento. So Jordan Flacavento it is, playing forward. His brother obviously in the defensive role.
And that's what happens when you play in front. As a defender, you can't let him stand a metre in front of you. Because when the ball comes in like that, you give yourself no chance. You've got to be up with them, alongside them.
So Flacavento definitely off the long run here.
Brett Lee.
Yep. Man to be exhausted by the time he kicks it. So he comes in. He's only at a margin of 25 to 30. Kicks at the ball, chipped at it, and he is offline. Through for a minor score as the siren has sounded to end the first quarter, which will see Belpo still going at 2-4. They lead Winchelsea on 1-2. This quarter went just over 28. Goal kickers to this stage of the game is Bo Collins and Will Ford for Belpo still, and Jordan Huff has the solitary goal for Winchelsea. We'll take a short break, come back and go through everything that's happened here in the first quarter. And look forward to an entertaining second quarter of football. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Yeah, no worries, mate. And back here at a bit of a drizzly Myers Reserve, according to the scoreboard, it's 93 goals, 14,400 to 406 goals, 13-6. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Currently, Belpo still lead by 8 points.
Well,
Grubby, your opinion of the Fairhaven Homes first quarter?
Well, before I do that, I'll tell you what's exactly going on there. Obviously, the scoreboard's buggered because they're putting up the old scoreboard and putting up the score on the old scoreboard below it. So they obviously had some electrical faults, which we've had a bit of electrical problems here too. But lucky the great man Jules is here, has been able to fix it up.
Well, apparently someone came up here on Thursday night and cut the lines to the Rangers' new lights over there. Obviously still in the copper. So, Grub, your Fairhaven Home first quarter scoreboard thoughts?
Well, it was a better game skill-wise so far, a better quarter than last week's game. And I think with the better opposition, Winchelsea have played a fair bit better football. You would have thought with the possession game, I would have thought Belpo still may well have been a few goals in front. But Winchelsea have hung in there. Their backline has been very, very good. A couple of drop marks up forward for Belpo Still has probably cost them, again, a 4-goal lead. But Winchelsea have stayed in it. The best side on the park today has been Belpo Still, but Winchelsea have stuck to it. If they can do that and get a bit of momentum going their own way, they can stay in the game. It's hard to pick good players in the drizzle, but I thought Maloney did a pretty good job in the ruck against big odds. Sawney's probably second best on the ground again. I know you'll have a go at me, but he's had a lot of touches. And I tell you, last week he didn't play so well, Sawney, on that little tight enclosed ground down at Belmont. But the big ground gives him a little bit of space to run in, and he's used that space today. Lockie Kendall's fine on from last week. I know he made one little drop of one mistake in marking contest, but other than that, he's been all right. O'Hanlon was good early in the quarter. Huff looks a bit dangerous up there. They got to look after him, or he can break loose. And the kid that ran down the ground a few times was poor old Cossie chasing him. Finlay curse up Cole. Look, that's what Butch was talking about. And that's good coaching. You find a bloke that likes to stay in his comfort zone and push you out and kick goals, and all of a sudden Cossie's running down doing 100-metre stall gift races to try and catch this kid. And he can't catch him. So, I don't know, maybe Tari has to change that around. And make sure that, because otherwise they'll be carting Cossie off to hospital with bloody exhaustion by half time. But no, good move, and he's playing well. The Circus had a few touches at Belpo Still. Bowie Collins is going okay, nice goal. Basely, I've got to mention Basely because Smithy's going to give him 3 votes probably.
It's the Sawney versus Basely Cup, isn't it?
Andrews is okay. Barton, he's got his angry pills, Barton. He's tackling blokes and flattening blokes, all within the rules, of course. A young Finn Parrish had a go at him at one stage. It'd be like jumping into the lion's cage at the zoo, wouldn't you? You just wouldn't do it, but he did. Zane Jones has been okay. Ford looks dangerous, and if he can hold on to a few marks, he can kick a few today too. So, yeah, all in all, a pretty entertaining quarter in these conditions. And if it keeps going on this, we might have a really close game and a really good day.
Round the grounds, boys. Geelong West Giants 14 lead Inverleigh 11. Belpo Still, we know that one. Thompson 22 leading Cryo 5. No Anarchy East Geelong score. Werribee 16 leading North Geelong 15. And Bannockburn 13 leading Belmont 6. They are 0 goals, 6 behind.
Very, very low scoring around the grounds, isn't it?
It is. Thompson with 3 goals, 4 is probably the... Yeah, so...
I can't see why that would happen at Werribee. It was 28 and sunny when I left there. Conditions were magnificent, so you can't blame them down there.
Dead set. All right, Steelo, whenever you're ready, mate, fire the promo up. We're about to go.
The second quarter, brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
All right, back at Myers Reserve, players just taking their positions. You would have thought Belpo Still did dominate that quarter of footy and probably should be further in front, but full kudos to...
Well, they can't bounce the ball because there's some goose still on the ground.
Here he comes now.
Bloody
What,
Barrett. Leakey!
You talk about Leakey or Barrett?
Yeah. Hey?
Yeah, 2-4, 16 to 128. 2-4, 16
One of the
to
great
128.
legends has just wandered into the commentary box, the great Leakey.
Here we go, Dale.
Ball in the air, and the players go at it once again from the middle of the ground. It's cleared away. Winchelsea go first into attack. Out into their half-forward line, leading the race for the ball out there was Kerins. He can't take clean possession. He's got a teammate, though, or an opponent there against Henry. Ball gets to the ground again. Now players are converging. Umpire. Again, I like their way they've called their ball-ups pretty quickly today.
Yeah, I tell you what, I should have mentioned the umpires at quarter time. A terrific first quarter from all 3 of them.
So the ball thrown up quickly by the umpire. Again, Levitt doing some ruck work out there. Ball is still in dispute, and I can't see who's on the ground. Still hasn't been taken too far out of the contest. O'Hanlon's trying to pick the ball from, standing up on his feet. But again, it's boggled around. Even big Ren Levitt's picked it up this time. He's tackled, and again, umpire in quickly. So O'Hanlon doing the ruck work. Levitt up over the top. Ball comes down. Winchelsea through Gemmell, gets the handball away. Marr coming the other way. He kicked the ball off the ground. He was held. Oh, no.
Penalised in danger, mate.
It is, and it's going to go to the Winchelsea side, and they go back to the forward pocket. A bit too deep there because O'Hanlon was over the boundary line when he tried to take the mark. Free kick will go to Belpost Hill. Basically now on the short sleeve Guernsey.
Yeah, don't like that.
So he kicks the ball and goes long back outside forward 50, gets out towards centre wing. Umpire's called play on, but it's gone back over the boundary line, so another throw-in will take place on that far side. You would think with all the ground to use, they have to go right to the boundary line, don't they?
And the far side too, Dale. They can't do it in front of us.
You know, if we move this van across the other side,
they'll kick it over here.
Yeah, it'd drive me nuts. So the ball is thrown in by the umpire. And again, at ground level, I think it might be Gemmell over the top again. And
Where would you get power from?
Oh, who cares? You wouldn't need it. We wouldn't be able to call it anyway because they'd be back over here. Couldn't see. Ball on ground level, picked up Yates, goes out the back to Kerins. Little kick round the boundary. It's okay. Picked up there. I think that might have been Fantella on hands and knees. Picked up by Collins. He's able to also get the handball back to Fantella. So they use the ball in their numbers and they go back towards centre wing now. Standing under it is Yates. Takes a mark on his chest. So Yates now he's got the ball, got options across the ground, but I don't think he's going to come this way yet. He goes back, and the short kick up over the top ends up in the hands of Fantella on true centre wing, far side of the ground. Another chip along the boundary line. Barton presents up, takes a mark in front of his eyes. Called the play on now by the umpire, and he goes quickly into their forward line. Coming back is Andrews. Well, might have been he's interfered with, but the ball kicked off the ground, goes back into their forward line. Basely's moved his way down the ground, tries to kick the ball around the body, won't bring it back anywhere near far enough. Ball goes through for a minor score. And it will take Belpost Hill to 2-5, leading Winchelsea 1-2. We have gone 3 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
Kendall to bring the ball in for Winch. Been retrieved from out in the car park. Plays on immediately. He's coming outside the ground, Dale. So
good man.
Kendall goes along, ends up going short, looking for Gillespie. Gillespie overruns the ball. Bo Collins doesn't, picks it up, throws it on the boot. Just in time, O'Hanlon gets it. He's wrapped up by Yates immediately and has been pinned for holding the ball. I don't think it was dropping the ball, it was holding the ball. Anyway, Jack Yates.
Same thing these days, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And he had the 2 or 3 steps prior opportunity.
Yep.
A big bloke who are naturally a little bit slower. If you don't know what's behind you, for God's sake, get rid of it because this can happen.
Well, Jack Yates now, he's backing himself to kick this one from 50. Kicking to the southern end of the cricket net's end of the ground, and he comes. It's a big kick, but it's fading well to the left. Forward flies, nearly has the mark, lands in the hands of Kendall, who handballs the ball across. Running out, Kersop Cole, here he goes, one bounce. Kersop Cole, oh, he's run about 40 metres there, gets the kick away. Maloney, great pick up there below the knees. Looking for runners, does it, finds one, gets a handball across. Ball coming back through the middle now. Long kick by Winch going forward here, looking for, but not finding teammate. Ball sport, punched away out now. Quick handball out here, and Bo McNamara looks like he's gone the short sleeve too. Finds Bo Collins, who put himself under pressure. He didn't need to, but now chips the ball back in. So Belpost still now chipping the ball out wide again. Just chipping the ball. The game they played. It's a nice little. Is that Quinn with the? Not Quinn. That's Kerins with the ball now. Looking for options. Goes down the line. Lovett does well to trap the ball. Gets the handball back in. Costello with the left foot. Nice little kick there. Chipping the ball over. Skoronski has chipped the ball a bit too wide and it's gone out of bounds on the full. So,
I tell you what happened there too. We saw it against West. The Winch players are up the ground. They didn't get their numbers back quick enough, so they were hopelessly outnumbered.
So ball brought back in now. Finds Gemmell. Lockie Gemmell for Winch now. Just on the half forward line. Looking at his options. Looks short. That was cut off. He's got Kendall through the middle. Ignores that. Decides to go long down the line. Into a pack, ball spills free, lands on the ground, picked up there by Belpost. Still quick handball, quick kick back into the centre, bit of dangerous there, but running onto it and kicking the ball long. Back into the centre of the ground now. Costello used the body well, but has been penalised. So Kersop Cole with the recipient. I want to see him take him on now and have a couple more bounces. So Kersop Cole looking at options. Comes out wide. Players set themselves. Big Ren love it. They don't get any smaller as the day wears on, do they?
No.
Big Ren comes out here to Cubby Basley. Basley does well. Now looking up. Oh, not a great kick, but Maloney gets on it. Bo McNamara waits. Gets around Maloney. Swings onto the right foot. Kicks it long now, looking for Ford. Goes over here. Costello punches the ball, but there's Kersop Cole again. Picks it up and nowhere to go there, apparently. Straight over the line. Adam Costello coming off for a breather.
Well, Cozzy, don't punch the ball out in front of you too far. You're going to get killed. Keep the body close to your feet.
Yes,
the ball
yes.
close to your feet.
Boundary umpire throws this a short throw, and Maloney just on his own picks the ball up and looks down the line. Nice looking kick. McNamara gets across in front of Henry, punches the ball, but Parrish goes pick it up. He's helped over the boundary line by Basley. We've gone 6.5 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard. Belpost still 2 goals, 5-17 leading. Winch 1-2. Ball in. We've got Lovett versus O'Hanlon. Lovett wins that one comfortably. We've had a free kick picked out here, and it's going to go to Winch. So Gillespie. Oh no, he's going the other way. So it's gone to Bo Collins for a hold. Collins plays on immediately to Yates. In the middle of the ground, Yates looking up now, goes even further through the middle. Picked up there by Dan Clissold. Clissold on the left foot. Looking down for Timmy Barton. It's not about kicks out in front. The race is on. Barton tries to pick it up the first attempt. Great little tap, but unfortunately picked up there by Winch. Heck the ball forward. And here we go, settle down. Nice long kick down the line, looking for Parrish. Chopped off there by Clissold. Done well, but Parrish has turned around, handballed the ball across, missed his teammate, and it's gone out of bounds. True centre wing position on the western side or far side of the ground from where we sit.
Well, it looks like young Dan's going to be a much better footballer than his dad was an umpire. I would hope so, anyway.
Yes, we think so too. So we've got Govis versus Maloney now on the far wing. Govis uses the body, but Maloney uses his height to complete advantage, taps the ball down. Quick kick forward by Winch. Cubby Basley sets himself nicely in front of Indy Parrish and takes the mark. So Basley now looking at options. Looking to come across, is he? No, decides to go short down the line. It's come off okay. That Ford that far down the ground.
Collins.
Oh, it was Collins, sorry. Gone long, and that's a great kick to Timmy Barton. So Ford would need to cut lunch and a compass to get back from there anyway. Barton goes long, looking for the aforementioned Ford. Great sport at the back there by Budavalis. Picked up here, running the ball out of defence. No, wrapped up tackles. Some great tackling here. Grubber, great pressure. Yeah. Ball stays in the Belpost Hill forward line.
Yeah, the tackling's very fierce and fair. It's really good to watch, actually.
So Hanlon doing the ruck work now. Barton also pushed himself down there to do it. Hanlon just tried to take the ball out of the contest. Picked up by Ford, went back to Vasika. Vasika gives the ball back into the hands of Andrews. Handball, put his teammate under a little bit of pressure. So Winchelsea now with some options to get the ball out of there. They're using the handball now. They boot the ball. They go back towards centre wing. Parrish is coming across and he will take the mark. This is Indy Parrish, who's moved himself up the ground and takes the mark. Just defensive side of centre wing. He goes short down the line, presenting up. Mark is taken out there by Tom Henry. So Henry now just looking at his options, and he goes straight down the line. Bit of work to be done out there because McNamara put himself in front. Maloney did nicely, just able to bring the ball to ground. Player looks up and kicks into their forward line. Rouget dropped the ball, picked up by Flacavento, and he turns the ball back towards centre wing. He's going to go back towards Henry. Mark not taken out there. Coming through the pack was Smith. He was tackled, got the ball away, picked up Costello. Ball went back towards the boundary line. Again, they run through Jones, able to get boot the ball. Barton did that nicely, thought he controlled that pretty well then, got the handball back again, and he now goes long into the forward line, forward in front. Budavalis wears him like a glove. He's going to win out here. Budavalis did that very nicely, then he couldn't pick the ball up. He's been put under a bit of pressure. Handball comes back inside. Barton has a look at goal, goes towards goal. Umpire said that is straight over my head.
Fair haircut, Yatesy.
Has got his first of the afternoon, the third for Belpost Hill. 3-5 they move to. Winchelsea on 1-2. Almost 10 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
They're actually crying out for a forward to stand up and be presented here because they've got the ball down there a few times and the Belpost field defence have just gone bang, bang, bang and taken it straight out again. They need somebody to kick a goal because now as Belpost Hill get up there, I don't know what he did there, the Bordervalis. He had Ford beaten and he handballed in, he tapped it out. Just kick the bloody thing and get it out of there because it came straight back in and a beautiful goal for Belpost.
Wet weather football. So Govis versus Maloney. Maloney wins one again, convincingly using his height. Staggard knocks it forward, but Winch push just rugby scrum style, trying to push it forward now. Picked up and put down again by Belpost. Still, O'Hanlon gets a tap out. Umpire's picked out a free kick here for a holding the man decision. And the recipient will be that Jonty Scott. Now, Scott moves it onto O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon goes long. It's just a nest of
3-on-1.
Belpost still players here and basically picks the ball up. Turns around, chips the ball across. It's a great kick to Marr. Oh, he's surely not 50. Dan Marr goes across. That's not a great kick. And is that picked out Tom Henry, has he?
Yep.
So Henry now for Winch. 35 out. Rather tight angle into the pocket here. That's not a great kick. As you said, Grub, wet weather footy, mate. Just get it out of your area, don't you?
Yeah, you do. It was a terrible kick, actually. It's very unlike Belpost Hill. They've been offered a gift here. This is an absolute gift because they were coming back out again, Belpost.
They were. So Tom Henry now, very deliberate, comes in. Goal umpire has not moved one iota, and that is a fantastic kick by Tom Henry. He's first of the afternoon. It's Winchelsea's second. They move to 2 goals, 14. Trailing Belpost still 3-5, 23. We've gone 11 and a half minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, it's exactly what I asked for, someone to stand up and kick a goal, but unfortunately it was just a birthday present for him. But again, they get it in there, and there's 3 or 4 to... I'm going to see Butch.
Grubby the coach. Well, this is where they miss Alice, isn't it? I mean, he kicks down, he kicked the 16, he just kicked 4-4-3-4. You know?
Oh, definitely miss him. They definitely miss him there.
So back in the middle we go again this time. Ruckman go at it again. This time it's going to be coming through the middle is Collins. Runs through the middle, takes a bounce, looks up and goes quickly into the forward line. Kick wasn't that great going in. Costello pushes forward, curse up Cole underneath the ball, goes back and collects it. Got the handball back over the top, went back towards Vasika. He was tackled without the ball. Yep. I would think so high. And he will go back and have an opportunity to kick his first goal of the afternoon. And possibly the 4th for Belpost Hill.
See, this is exactly what Winchelsea don't want. They don't want to kick a goal and then bang, within about a minute and a half, they get one kicked against them. Their defence, that was a pretty undisciplined tackle, really. I know he's a little bloke and hard to tackle, but you've got to tackle better than that.
So Basika now, distance won't be a problem here. It's a matter of accuracy once again. And as I said today, they've been pretty good. They kick that goal. Umpire moves across, but not quite far enough. She says that is okay, and he has his first. And Belpost still their fourth. They are 4-5. They lead Winchelsea on 2-2. 13 gone. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter scoreboard.
Look, yeah, good game, good entertaining game. Just a couple little blues. What they've got to do now when they kick the next one and get a couple of goals in a row. Otherwise, they just fall behind. But look, they're playing reasonable football. It's just a couple of little mistakes that they've made have let Belpost Hill in to have a couple of goal lead. But look, they're right in it. But as I say, they have to kick 2 or 3 in a row rather than just one behind all day.
Oh, ball back in the middle now. Love it back on the ground. Take on Maloney. Maloney jumps high. Love it wins the ball down. Looking for Fantella, but Sawney pushes him off the ball. The circuit runs through, picks it up beautifully. Takes him on, has a bounce through the middle, and hasn't come off overly well. Didn't quite work out, but picked up there by Kerrins. Take the tackle. Running through now and tackled as well was Gillespie. What's the umpire paid high to Gillespie.
I think he ducked his head. I think that was holding the ball.
Anyway, they've done a good job, the umpires, Grub, so, you know. Anyway, Gillespie now has the free kick, centre wing.
I'm not saying I'm right. That's what I thought, you know.
That's okay. So he decides to go short, playing possession footy here now, and kicks it to Nankervis. Nankervis goes out wide again. Not a great kick, but bounces up all right. Looking for Parrish. Parrish takes the ball now. That's Finn. Finn chips it out wide. That's a great kick in the end. And is that Henry taking the mark again? No.
Yeah, but why are they forced to go back out there from that kick?
Don't know why you need.
He's so far out again now. And they need an option running straight down the middle like Will Ford gives Belpost Hill.
You've got Finn Parrish now running about 75 metres away. Ren Lovett just plops himself in the spot.
And then you kick it to the biggest bloke on the ground. They really fluffed that.
They did. Anyway, Ren Lovett with the ball now. In defence, just chips it out short. That's not a great kick either, and made Berserker work for that one, and he was up to the challenge. So kicking a goal 1 minute, deep in the pocket the next. Berserker comes straight across goal, looking for Flakavenko Nick, who takes the mark. Handballs to Basley, who's running back. Got Bo Collins over here. That's where he's gone. Collins on his own. Takes the mark. 60 metres out from his own goal. Chips the ball across to Fantella. Fantella takes the mark just defensive side of the centre. But Belpost Hill. Now, Winch have worked back hard, so looking at options. He's got Bo McNamara standing on his own. He directed where he wanted that one to go, and I don't think it quite went there, but it landed in his arms anyway. McNamara chips it over short, finds Yates. So Belpo Still's captain now with the ball, about 70 out. Another nice little short kick finds Andrews. Andrews 15 metres closer, so just outside, probably 60 out now. Looking at his options. Will Ford demanded where he wanted the ball, and that's exactly where he put it, and Ford come out and took an absolute ripping mark.
It's a big unit, isn't he?
He doesn't look that big, does
No,
he?
he does until you stand near him.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty big. And even though it's drizzly and we haven't had a great lot of marks, that could be and I've got to find my book now, the Morris Finance contender for the mark of the day. We haven't had a lot, so he's probably in front at this point.
There's been a mark taken, so he's leading.
The Morris fighter. Go and see Martin Carter. He will look after you.
Anyway, Will Ford 30 metres out on a probably 60-degree angle, and walking in now. As he does, he sneaks a little half step out every time he takes a step, just opens them up a little bit more. He's kicked that right across the face of the guy. He's not even going to score. Oh, what a fantastic grab. There you go, mate.
He's coming second there, Will Ford.
Coming second.
Because that is a Morris mark of the day contender, that one.
That was nothing that Kersop
No,
Cole
it's not
could
a mark,
do at that.
though.
Oh, no.
He's taken it off him.
No, free kick.
He must have
been
put their
turned
hands
around.
in the back, did he?
Over the line, he reckons.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. So anyway, the ball lands back with Winch, but there's been a turnover here. Vasirka, nearly had the ball, but it was stolen from him by Rouget. Rouget works the ball out of defence. Picked up here by
Reuben James.
Here he goes down the line.
Oh,
Keep running.
missed.
Oh, no, you just can't miss those handballs. Looking for Parrish running past. Didn't quite work out that way.
No, it didn't, but they were on the attack.
Yep.
They were taking risks. I don't mind that. All right, they buggered that one up. The next one they mightn't, and down they go. That's how Butch wants them to play, and I reckon that's the only way they can win. So I've got no problems with that.
Well, love it. Maloney, love it. Wins the tap down to Collins, which we've called a fair bit today. Wrapped up there, though, in a tackle, so the ball's going to be thrown up through centre wing position, the far side of the ground here at Mines Reserve. So love it, Maloney. Love it wins that one down again. Collins running onto it. Knocks it forward a little bit to his own advantage. Couldn't quite get the ball back. Love it dives in over the top, wins that one. Knocks it forward. Knocked out of the hands here. Holding the man has been paid here. So Belpo still the free kick through Vasirka. Aaron Vasirka now looking at his options down the ground. Chips it in short to Bo Collins. Collins swings round on the right foot, comes through the middle, looking for and finding Jordan Flakovenko. Flakovenko handballs over the top of the Yates. Yates handballs the ball back to the Bo McNamara, who's going to have a flying shot at goal from outside 50. At the back there, this one he'll get to keep Nick Costello.
No, he won't. He's pushed him over and taken it off him. Gee, that's a bit bloody. Jesus.
So Kersop Cole, a bit of rub of the green here.
Who pushed him over?
I don't know.
Because he must have.
He must have. Anyway, the ball's ended up back with Kersop Cole, who's taken about his 7th bounce for the day. Goes long down the line looking for Maloney, but Ren Lovett gets across, chops it off. Picked up quickly, handballs back here. Basically with the ball now, cuts through traffic, goes in short, finds Collins. Collins handballs across to Yates. Yates flicks ones back to Fantella, who goes back with the whole possession. Ball ends up with Daniel Maher. Maher chips the ball over the top here, finds the circa again. True centre wing. Bellpost are looking to go back into attack, so being told to play on, just chips the ball over the top. Fantella, that's got to be close to 50, doesn't it? They're taking the ball off. He's not going to pay it. Anyway, Fantella gets up, no fuss. Costello in front here. What a fantastic grab that is.
Take that one off him.
Nick Costello worked hard to get to that one. Needs to get himself into the game. That might be the spark he needs. Chips the ball over to Lovett. Lovett swings around the right foot, chips the ball into Vasirka. So just possession footy now. Aaron Vasirka, 55 out, 60 out from his goal. He's been told to play on. No one's going to him, so he just chips the ball into the hot spot. We'll be coming at it. Falls down. Skoronski flew up, and Costello's there again. Picked up by Skoronski. Handballs the ball out. Snap over the shoulder here. Almost in the hot spot. Just falls to the back of the pack. Running onto it. Is that? That's not Flacker, is it? No. No. Ball spills. It was Flakovenko. Ball spills free into the Kersop Cole direction. He tackled immediately. Ball falls out. He's good enough to get back, pick it back up. Deep in the pocket of Belpo still. Ball's been wrapped up and tackled. Umpire's called holding the ball. You can take it, Dale, because I don't want to say much more after that.
I don't agree with that one either.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Well, Belpo, so it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Finn Parrish. Parrish now from the back pocket. He goes out wide. It's going to go very wide, unfortunately, so it's out in the full. It's going to come back just as quick as it went in, I think. So now it's with Bo Collins once again. Excuse me. He goes quickly into the forward line. Set Adam Costello a fair task there. Goes back towards McNamara. Handballs through the contest. Picked up, kick round the body. I think that might have been, but it's good positioning because basically runs onto the ball and had more time than he thought, and he has put through his second behind of the afternoon. 4-6 Belpost Hill, 2-2 to the Winchelsea side. 21 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
Oh, he's off to again, this kid.
Bortavalis brings the ball out, goes deep, out towards centre wing. Umpire said there's a whistle being blown out there. It's going to go, free kick, going to go to Henry. So Henry now looks back inside. Good kick inside to Tav Sawney. So Sawney now with the ball, just outside their defensive 50. Going back further and further, so he's giving himself plenty of room. Looks up, player comes at him. Parrish, Mark not taken out there. Hand put in there by Yates. He went back and tried to pick the ball up, tries to get through the contest. It's either in the back or holding the ball.
Played
and
in
it's in the back. Bit one of 50 and one, half dozen the other, that one there. But it's Jack Yates with the ball now. He comes across the ground, goes out wide, going to look for his mate in Clissold. Clissold now looking to drive the ball deep into their forward line. Forward now makes a move. He goes short towards Costello. He's out in front. Good spoil from behind. He's going to come back to Andrews. Got some time to pick the ball up. Handballs back inside to Adam Costello. Goes back inside to Fantella. He swings the ball around the body. Fasika did nicely. Picked up by Cozzy. Ball comes out in the tackle. Again, ball runs wild. Picked up by Yates. Looks up at goal. And Jack Yates.
Great goal.
He kicks his first of the afternoon. Now the fifth for Belpost Hill. They are 5-6. They lead Winch on 2-2. 22 gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre second quarter scoreboard.
They've just lifted the tempo a bit, Belpost Hill, so Winchelsea are really got to concentrate in this next 5 or 10 minutes. Otherwise, they may well get away from them. I tell you what, Cosy would be spewing. The only one they didn't take off him, he was about 90 metres from goal. He wouldn't be happy with that. But, yeah, look, and I'll tell you another thing. I reckon Bo Collins at quarter time was one of the fair, reasonable players. And I reckon he's gone from there to best on the ground in about 15 minutes straight. All Vasirka.
Back in the middle of Govis, knocks the ball forward. He almost went up unattested. And speaking of Bo Collins, gets the ball, handballs back to Govis, who just hacks one in the air. Parrish gets in front, takes the mark, drives the ball back out wide.
You go chasing that bloke, Cosy.
Ball fine. Grubby just his special comments over the top. Lands in the hands of Quinn. Dispossessed, but good enough to knock the ball back. Left foot there, looking for and finding Bo Collins for Belpost Hill. 70 metres out from his own goal. Swings straight around the right foot. Looking up. Adam Costello's found space on his own. Had to be either free kick.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. No, good
well, he paid the mark, so it had to be a mark or a front on contact, didn't it?
Yeah,
so
he actually made contact though?
No, I don't think he did, mate. But he paid the mark, which I don't think he probably should have in the end, if that's the case.
I thought he made contact.
I think he missed him by about a metre. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The ball is with...
I read that rule, because I'm not sure you actually have to make contact. You can't run with your face against, like your back to the... and even go up in the air. You can't. You don't have to make contact.
As long as you hit the ball.
If he's coming at you, as long as you don't make contact, I think that's...
No, you've interfered with him. You don't have to make... I'm pretty sure you don't actually have to make contact.
I think if you look up and interfere, it'll be something to do with touch.
There's got to be touch involved, I would have thought.
There is,
anyway, you two can argue all you like. Adam Costello, doesn't matter. He's taking the shot now. Comes in, 25 out. It's just a matter of accuracy, and that certainly isn't there. So Adam Costello reaches his first score for the day. Belpost still moved to 5 goals, 8-38, leading Winch, who are 2 goals, 2-14. So Kendall to bring the ball back in, looking for options. He's coming clubroom side of the ground, goes long. I think he was looking for Gemmell, but Bo Collins has got there. But Gemmell's done well, knocked him off the ball. Govis now picks it up on the left, just hacks it back in. Sawney's in the way here. Quick grab, good pick up, racked up in the tackle, but gets the handball away, done well there. O'Hanlon now sinks the boot in, looking for Finn Parrish. Basically pushes him under the ball, but Reuben James all on his own at the back. He's got to hit a target now. That's all he has to do. He's nearly done it, but Huff could not quite get the stretch there. 2 on 1 out here. Flakovienko trying hard, but picking up and having a shot at goal was Ed Smith. He's missed everything and put it out of bounds on the full.
Couple of scores from around the grounds. Inverleigh 24, West 23. Corio 14, Trail Thompson 48. Werribee 36, North Geelong 27, and Belmont 18 are leading Bannockburn 16.
So Braden Staggard with the ball deep in defence now for Belpost Hill. Chips one down the line. Yates puts her hands up, couldn't take the mark, but it's picked up and handballed out there by Andrews. Andrews goes back and gets his own ball, but O'Hanlon picks it up, slaps it on the boot, looking forward, but Staggard's there for Belpo still. Wins it, handballs the ball back. Ooh, that was very well done. There's by Mar. Mar comes across to Flakavenko. He gets the handball back across from Mar again. Here they go, Belpo still out of defence. Great relieving kick. Has it gone too far? No, it hasn't. That's a fantastic grab. Who's taken that? I can't see. Anyway, Belpo still marked there on the far side of the ground. Well, that's Skoronsky. So he's on the left foot, goes long down the line, looking for Barton. And finding him in the end, was it? No, knocked away there. Done that well. And then Curvis there, knocked the ball away from Barton. So the boundary line throw in. True centre wing, far side of the ground here. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. We've gone 26 minutes in the second quarter. So ball to be thrown back in now. We've got Govers versus Maloney. Maloney finds front spot. Goes the big tap, doesn't quite get it. Ball hits the deck, tackle wrapped up. And Winch will be last off the deck, but we haven't moved any further. So umpire says mine, throws the ball, about to throw the ball back up. We've got Govers and Maloney going at it again. Maloney takes front spot again, stalemate, ball hits the deck, but Maloney's quick little kick doesn't really go anywhere. It stacks on the mill again. So players trying to waste a bit of time, Dale, I think. We've gone 27 minutes, mate. So
Well, we're 5 minutes over then from the last time we were here.
It's only the last quarter, Grub.
Ball thrown up on centre wing.
None
As
of them went
Maloney
this long.
brings the ball down. How Hanlon had the ball. He was tackled. Ball comes out in the tackle. Umpire said it is coming back to me. Another ball up in the similar position to the last. So umpire quickly with the ball in the air. Govers this time gets the ball down. Again out the back. The ball ends up in the hands of Yates. A little quick kick goes towards centre wing. Coming through. Basically put his head over the contest. He was taken out of there, but it's picked up over the top by Jones. Jones goes out wide into the hands of Quinn. Quinn goes forward and Barton playing in front takes a mark. Barton looking to move the ball quickly. Kick wasn't good off the boot. It's going to go straight back to Finn Parrish and he picks the ball up. His kick also misses the target out there. May have been Staggard. Couldn't pick the ball up cleanly as the siren has sounded to end the first half here. And it will see Bell Post Hill going at 5-7. They lead the Winchelsea side on 2-2. Individual goal scorers or kickers for everybody. Vasika, Collins, Yates, Barton and Ford for Bell Post Hill and for Winchelsea, Henry and Huff. Take a short break. We'll come back, go through everything that's happened here in the first half. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Chloe. Thanks, mate. Thanks to Steelo in the studio. We're back here at Mars Reserve. The rain's just a little heavier, but it's not doing too much to the ground. Grubby, when you get your headphones on, mate, give us your rundown, mate, from the Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard. Second quarter.
Again, another pretty good quarter. They're 3 or 4, almost 4 goals in front, Belpo still, but Winchelsea had enough of the footy to be dangerous. They just haven't had someone down there to kick a goal. 1 or 2 goals when they got it down there, and we'd have a cliffhanger. But they're still in the hunt. They're doing a great job with the blokes. Like, when I say need someone to kick a goal, Alice would be the perfect bloke, wouldn't he? But he's not playing, and Caleb Brown's not playing.
No.
They're really having a crack without these players. I don't know if they can hold on, but gee, I'd love to see them just play the same type of footy. Butch said they were going to take a risk, and they have taken a risk. So, Kersop, Cole running off the back. I love watching footy like that. It's fantastic. I did want to send a cheer. I ran into Cal Clissold. He had a go at me for having a bit of a bag at him, but just
It was a good bag.
That was a good bag. So just a little cheerio to Chloe out there. Good on you, love.
Had a great laugh at your comparison to the umpire versus football.
Yeah, well, stay tuned because there's probably another one coming up here in the third quarter. But look, Valpo still, I don't think they're actually at their best either, although they're playing reasonable footy. But it's pretty good footy to watch.
All right, quickly before we get started, boys. Inverleigh 43 leading the Giants 24. Thompson 55 leading Corio 14. No score for Manic East Geelong. Werribee 44 leading North Geelong 27. And Bannockburn 31 leading Belmont 18. About to start, Dale.
East 15, 898. Anarchy 4-4-28.
There you go. So the ball from the middle of the ground is picked up there. Sawney goes back into their forward line. Staggart first to arrive, picks the ball up. Support out the back by McNamara over the top to Collins. And back to Staggart by hand. He goes long now. Staggart bound the boundary line. Nice looking kick towards Andrews. And he doesn't let him down. Takes a mark in front of his opponent there. In Finn Parrish, I think it is out there on the far side. So Andrews now with the ball on centre wing. Options back inside was Kerins, but he's not going to use him right at the moment. So decides to go long towards Timmy Barton. Ball in Barton's hands. Good pair of hands. As I said, the rain's out there, but they hang on to the ball nicely out there. And he delivers the ball, goes long into the forward line. Forwards out in front. Budavalis did nicely. Ball gets out the back. Costello kicks off the ground. That is Adam Costello. He has got his first goal of the afternoon, Adam Costello, and the 6th now for Belpost Hill. 6-7, Belpost Hill 2-2 to Winchelsea. That's taken less than a minute.
Well, it's not only the contender for the Fairhaven Homes. No, sorry. The Morris Finance Mark of the Day. It is the number 1 contender at the moment. A magnificent goal.
It was a goal of the day, not a mark of the day.
Was it? Well, I was right the first time. Fairhaven Homes goal of the day. One other bit of news I just come across too. Nick Costello's gone to hospital with a cut on the eye, an accidental poke in the eye. So we wish Cosy all the very, very best.
Absolutely we do.
So back in the middle we go once again. This time ball tapped down Maloney. Umpire, I think, has called it up again. He must have thrown it over his head.
Boundary umpire.
Boundary, it might have been. So
That's
ball
better.
back by the umpire. This time Maloney up over the top. O'Hanlon tries to take the ball from the contest, but it's going to be Collins. Actually, he went past and left it behind. Must be slippery in the middle. Goes back to O'Hanlon outside to Sawney. Sawney has got the ball. Needs to release it. Does so. They run the ball now from the back, and it was Scott that goes into their forward line. Kendall is in the half forward line. He picks the ball up, trying to get away from the opponent. Ball comes out into contact. And again, he goes back after it. Mar did nicely, trapped him again. Umpire back in to take possession of the ball inside forward 50 for the Winchelsea side.
Good news from Daniel Gretzky at half-time. Re-signing Butch for the next 2 years.
Yeah, Eric Pearce with the late news, huh?
So the ball now goes from O'Hanlon's hand, goes into the hands of Yates. He delivers the ball outside to Fantella, tries to tap the ball to his teammate's advantage, but went after it himself. Ball goes over the boundary line, went over the throw-in this time.
It's great to get those extra 2 years because it just gives you the chance to build without anybody breathing down your neck. He can do it his own way, and I reckon he's smart enough and good enough to build a good Winchelsea side for the future.
So the ball to be out, thrown back in by the umpire on the far side. Yates and O'Hanlon, the two ruckmen at this present time. Might have been O'Hanlon who got the ball down, but Fantella read it nicely, put his teammate under a little bit of pressure. Was that Quinn? That it was a free kick? No, I don't think it was. It was Kerins. And it's a free kick going to the Winchelsea side. So they have the ball in their forward line, and probably just a bit over a kick away, goes short. Ruben James comes up and he takes the mark.
I think you might have been right. I think it was Karen's.
Yeah, Quinny's just here in front of us.
Yeah, it's going to make it a bit hard for him to be seen.
The battery moves well. Ball kicked over the top as a short pass into the pocket goes over the boundary line, so the umpire again will come in and he will start play once again, about 10 metres around from the behind post.
Nice boots in the boundary umpire too.
Yes, got the good colour. Thrown back in. Umpire, again, Ruckman go at it. Ball comes out the back. Yates tries to force it forward. It's picked up there by Sawney. He goes back to where the ball came from. And again, the umpire will throw it in once again. So as we go towards the 4-minute mark of this third quarter, it is Bellpost Hill 6-7, Winchelsea 2-2.
He's got nice boots too, Tavar Sawney.
He's got one of each colour.
He's done that since he was playing at Winchelsea in the juniors, because him and his mate, I don't know whether it was Ricky used to wear the opposite what he had or what someone else used to wear the opposite.
He's got another 2 pairs in his cupboard.
Hanlon flies over the top, tries to knock the ball forward. Ball lands in the hands of Sawney, can't control it. Mac does the same, picks it up, falls out. Quick handball back towards Scott. Scott breaks through the tackle. Handball over top again. Snapshot here from Winch. It's gone a long way up. Player's going to sit under it. Flakovenko flies, punches. Ball falls to Yates, who then taps it down to Stagard. Stagard to Collins. Collins tries to work it around, but it's cut off here by
Teddy Smith.
Is that Teddy Smith? Eddie Smith. Ed Smith. He goes in short. Now we have Winch shot for goal. Probably 50s. That's not Kendall, is it? No, yes, it is. It looks like Kendall with the blue boots. No, it goes short. Nice little kick there. Works out. Looks like that's Henry. Tom Henry.
Ed Smith last week, he wasn't probably a 4-quarter contributor, but he did some really nice things during the day.
Okay. Well, I did listen to the call, Grub. It was very, very good sitting down with a very sick 1-year-old. But anyway, Henry now for Winch, coming in, kicking from probably 45, swings around, opens it up a little bit. Nice kick off the boot. Gets the journey. It has. He's kicked a ripping goal there, Henry. So that's his second for the afternoon. The third for Winch. So that takes them to 3-2-20, trailing Bellpost Hill at this stage of 6-7-43. We've gone 5.5 minutes. Lifeline third quarter scoreboard.
Well, they're just hanging in there, Winch, and that's the sort of thing. A beautiful kick like to get the momentum going and get them going and get a couple more and get right up with them and make it a real fierce, tough cliffhanger of a game.
Umpire about to throw it up. Well, the ruckmen are in there now. So Yates and O'Hanlon stand next to each other, mate. I thought they might have been going in the middle as well, but they're not. So Maloney wins the tap out. Jumped over, love it. Scott forces the ball forward. Fortuitously finds Ragu. Anyway, swings around now. We'll just call him whatever. Long into the forward line, but floating back with the ball there. Bowen McNamara, ever reliable in defence for Bellpost still. Chips the ball out wide now. Finds his teammate there in, is that Kerins? Kerins comes back across for Jordan Flakovenko in the other pocket, so Bellpost still just chitting the ball across here. Flakovenko looks long down the line, looking for Cubby Basley. Basley and James finding there could be a free kick paid there, but no, it wasn't. Ball bounced back. Kersop Cole. Ball falls into the hands of Chip Tibnalls. First time we've called him today. Yates runs on it, picks it up, got a bit of support there, taps it back to Flakovenko again. Flakovenko looks to go left, right, gets a handball through, a Hanlon picks the ball up, tries to burst through the pack. No such luck, takes it over the line. The boundary umpire has no choice but to throw it in.
Smithy, will he ever get it right?
Who? Me?
Flakovenko. Toe, not co.
Oh,
toe.
be quiet, you Anyway.
Imagine if his brother or someone's listening. No,
well, his brother's playing, so the ball comes in, a very short throw. Yates runs onto it. Dives on top of the ball. Ball spills free again, and it's now gone out of bounds in front of Flakovenko.
Thank you very much. Well, they don't call you Rady.
Yeah, they do. They can't say bees, they do. Boundary up, I throw the ball back in. We've gone 7 minutes, the third quarter, lifeline third quarter. Yates knocks the ball forward. He's inside having a cream pie. Ball lands forward, falls in the hands of Collins. Collins tries to burst through, gets the handball out towards Vasurka. Chopped off there and pushed out of play was Gillespie for Winchelsea. So fighting hard to keep the ball in their forward 50 here, Winch.
While I'm at it, what is Cameron doing in there? He's not working here today. What is he getting a free lunch for, Cameron?
Because he
I'd
can.
have booted him out if I was Bellpost still.
Of course you would. He's even behalf of Winch. Ball thrown in. Yates and O'Hanlon goes straight up. Yates the second time. Ball punched back forward there again. O'Hanlon runs onto it. Gets a quick kick in the right foot. Running onto it now, and immediately tackled was Roger. He gets the handball free. Jonty Scott swings on the left foot. Has he done enough? No, he hasn't. Just pushes the ball across for a minor score to Winch. That takes them to 3 goals, 3-21, trailing Bellpost Hill, who are 6 goals, 7-43. We've gone 8 minutes and 10 seconds in the Lifeline third quarter scoreboard.
This rotation system is meant to say blokes can have a rest. They run all the way off, spend about 30 seconds off and run all the way. It's more work to run off the ground already.
It's a 40-metre sprint.
Yeah. And if you run off fast enough, then you don't need to come off because you're still fit. It's a strange system to me. I know I'm an old.
I still am in your area, Grub. I can't follow him either. But anyway, it's basically now kicking in from the full-back position. He goes out long. Actually had a bit too much on it. He went through the hands of Mark, kicked the ball off the ground, went forward and into the hands of McNamara. He couldn't hold the ball cleanly. It must be coming slippery out there, but it's picked up this time there by Clissold. He goes right, left boot into the half-forward line. Again, some numbers out there. That was...
Fantella.
It was too, Fantella. Actually, I'm thinking of, wasn't Flacavento, but it's Fantella. Got the white boots on, should know that. Ball kicked into the forward line, went over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in, which will take place.
Tell you what, it's lucky Cal isn't umpiring, otherwise young Clissold will have 76 possessions.
Be like the bloke you stump by the twos for Werribee when he summons at full forward.
No, don't have to go at Vitano like that.
The ball from the ruck contest goes forward, picked up out there. It wasn't picked up cleanly, but Nankervis came through. He knocked the ball forward. They got some numbers out there in Parrish this time. He looks to come back inside, steps nicely, kicks the ball around the boundary line. Actually, didn't he? Kicked the ball over the boundary line, and a free kick will go to Bellpost Hill. Quinn moving his body across there to says, I'll take the kick.
Absolutely.
So Quinn now with the ball in between centre wing and half forward. Still 2 kicks from goal. Goes into their forward line. Mark not taken out there. Ball gets out the back. Picking the ball up. Flacavento got the handball inside. Didn't have a teammate there, but it was picked up by Jones. He tried to kick the ball around the body. Couldn't bring it back anywhere near far enough. Ball's gone out of bounds on the full. Wow. A lot of errors being made in this second half.
That's a beautiful call, that. Picked up by Flacavento. Well done. Brady's speechless.
I'm going to load up on your hashtag next week.
Gemmell has now got the ball, fullback, or near the fullback position, and he's going to pick the ball up and kick long around the boundary line. Goes outside. Lovett's up in front. Went underneath the ball. Ball gets out the back. There was a free kick being given. It's going to go to Parrish, is it? I think. So Parrish now on the half-back line was a holding indication, but the ball goes towards centre wing, coming up. Clissold couldn't take the mark. Out the back, went to Vasika. Vasika got the handball away. Missed his teammate, so Winchelsea with now an opportunity to bring the ball back inside. Kick has to be good and was, because the mark has fallen into the hands of Scott. He handballs back towards his teammate there in Parrish, and he goes long into the forward line. Basically went back with the flight of the ball, picked up by Huff on the left boot, goes back towards goal. Mark required out there. Good spoil there by McNamara. Doesn't interfere with his opponent. Staggo was over the top. Picked up Rouget. Gives the handball outside. Winchelsea with an opportunity. Kendall kicks the goal. He gets his first of the afternoon now and the fourth for the Winchelsea side. They're 4-3. They trail Bellpost still on 6-7. Almost 12 minutes gone. Lifeline, third quarter scoreboard.
Well, that was the goal they needed to force themselves back into the game. But I don't know. Maybe I better change my glasses. I thought he ran straight over the top, even gave a free kick away for contact for the head there, the Winch boy. But the umpires missed it, and it's a great goal. And as I say, it's the goal that really makes Winch look a bit dangerous now.
2 in a row.
Yeah, well, I asked for 2.
You got
and I tell you what, for a real close game, I'm going to ask for 3.
Okay, fair enough then. Ball being run back into the centre by the boundary umpires.
I tell you what, though, not many sides kick 3 goals in a row up here at Bellpost Hill against the Panthers, do they?
Fair enough. Ball goes up now. Lovett versus Maloney. 0-all draw. Ball hits the deck. Picked up by Quinn. Swings down the right foot. Kicks it long, but fantastic grab there by Shearer. Shearer on half-back for Winch. Chips it out a bit wider. Winch maintaining possession, looking to build for Grubby for the third goal. That's all what they're after. No real movement, so forced to go short to Sawney. Sawney now on the half-back line for Winch, looking at options down the ground. Another one goes short, looking for and finding Indy Parrish. Parrish now.
Move it.
Next one moves it on. Another short little kick, which is fantastic. Finds Smith. Ed Smith now plays on immediately. Comes out wide. That's a fantastic kick too. Oh no, put down by Elliott. Good pressure, but he's good enough to win the ball back. Overruns it now in the end. That's not very good. So picked up by Jones. goes long to no one in particular. Ford charging out at the ball, does so, just
Oh.
runs straight through, loses possession. Gemmell picks it up. Kersop Cole out and free again. Chips it short for Parrish here. Indy Parrish plays on straight away. Ooh, not the greatest looking kick, but it's moved to Ford, and that's been well taken there by Huff. Huff swings onto the right foot. Looks into the hot spot here. It's a fantastic looking kick. Goes over the back. Just couldn't quite grab it there, Henry. So forced out here into the path of Fantella. Fantella picks the ball up, gets the handball out, but it's chopped off beautifully there and over the top of Sawney's head. Then Parrish picks the ball, wrapped up immediately. Umpire comes in and says that's going nowhere. I'll have the ball. Pretty much sent forward for Winch.
Geez, they were out, Belpo still. That was a great intercept.
It was.
Fantastic. It's kept the ball in their area.
So Ruckman go at it. Lovett wins the ball down to Yates. Yates just throws it on the boot, going long, looking for Costello, who's at the back of the pack. Uses his hands very well and takes a fantastic grab. So Adam Costello now looking for options on the left foot. Chips in the forward directions, goes over the back. Running onto it now is Clissold, couldn't quite grab it. Oh, sorry, Skoronski couldn't quite grab it. Kersop Cole does. Goes round, handballs over the top to Budavaris, the captain now. Bit of time, moves the ball forward again. Knocked out here. Winch picked the ball up, running through. Not quite Shearer. Gets out, comes loose. Stacks on the Milligan. There must be a bit slippery out there now. I reckon grab that. Rain's taking over. Parrish just like it's a dry day. He's about to have a bounce. Thinks better of it. Gets a handball across. Wins the ball back. Parrish now looking forward, goes long. Staggard in the right spot. That's a fantastic grab by Braden Staggard there in the last line of defence for Belpo still. Yeah, we got 4.5 minutes.
Wasn't a good kick into the forward line.
No, it wasn't. So Flacavento now takes the ball in the back pocket. Are you happy with that one, Grub?
Yeah.
Chips the ball over. Fantella in space here, so he looks at his options. Chips one in short again. Costello's led up the ground. Takes a mark on the half-back line here for Belpo still. Now looking at options. There's a few stagnant players floating around. Chips it back over to Flacavento of the Jordan variety. Now there's a bit of time.
Done it again. Now all we've got to do now is get Smithy to call Vaserka instead of Vaseka.
That's okay. We'll be fine.
That's Vaseka.
Anyway, that's Vaserka, but the ball goes on. Speaking of which, there's Aaron Vaserka pick. I was going to call him his old man, Matty, then. Overrun the ball was Jordan Flacavento. Winch fighting hard in defence. Ball spills free again. Gemmell just over the top of it. Taps the ball out to a teammate. Ball smothered off the boot. I think the umpires have no choice there but to come in and have a bounce. And he has done so. We've gone 15.5 minutes. Lifeline third quarter scoreboard. So he's Belpo still a 16-point advantage.
So ball thrown up in the forward line. Barton doing the ruck work. O'Hanlon also doing the ruck work. Barton out of the contest. Kicks the ball back towards the goal square. I'll tell you what. I reckon that's you're looking at a goal of the night, Grub. I reckon that could go very, very close. He's second of the afternoon, Jimmy Barton. The seventh now for Belpo still. They are 7-7. They lead Winchelsea on 4-3. 60 minutes gone. Lifeline third quarter scoreboard.
Well, it's not just the goal of the day, Dale. It's the Fairhaven Homes goal of the day contender. And that was an absolute ripper. And it's really, really, really the one that Winchelsea didn't want. It came out of a stoppage. It's one of those ones where you still look at each other and blame each other. Why wasn't I there? But, you know, Belpo still do that so well. And Winch really had to cover that. Now they need to kick another 2 in a row. But, look, they're hanging in there, and it's a pretty good game to watch.
What's the play of the day, mate? Because I reckon Will Ford-Shepherd was close to the play of the day.
Yeah, there was another play of the day from Parrish that he would have been if he didn't bugger it up right with the kick. And I think what was the play of the day? I haven't even called that yet today. And the play of the day is the Corio Bay Healthcare play of the day.
Back in the middle we go. Govis gets the ball down, actually picked up out of the contest there by Maloney. Handball's going as far as an opposition player there. And Collins got the ball, and the handball goes towards a teammate there, and he's got Skoronski now, and he goes long into the forward line, forward up and again on a strong lead. Ball gets out the back. Costello
there we
runs
go.
onto it. He took a bounce. Costello. Ball didn't come back to him. Put himself under a little bit of pressure. Picked up by Marr. Works his way through the contest on the right boot. Goes back to the goal square. Ball sits now is forced through for a minor score. And 7-8 now to the bell post still. 4-3 Winchelsea. 17 minutes gone.
I don't know, but Ford split the pack and gave him the opportunity. He's going in hard forward. He just can't quite get the marks on the goals, but he's given it everything.
He's got Kersop Cole coming off the ground from that contest.
And Kendall's coming back with the kick-in duties now. Comes back to this side of the ground. Yates, strong hands up and takes the mark. So he's got the ball. He's going to go quickly back into their forward line, back towards Ford. He's in the contest. Ball gets out the back once again. And again, Cozzy was heading in the right position. But ball
Young
runs over
Cozzy.
young Cozzy. And the ball runs over the boundary line.
There's only
and
one
will
out
be
there
a thrown in. So about 10 metres around from the behind post.
Yeah, we hope other Cozzy's all right. He's one of the best blokes playing footy, actually. He's a ripping bloke.
Ripping bloke.
So we hope he's okay.
So the ball now thrown in by the umpire. And again, Barton doing the ruck work from the contest. Ball comes out. Yates tried to take clean possession. Comes out the back. Handball went back to Adam Costello. He puts the ball high into the air. But underneath it. Collins. Did that nicely. And Bowie Collins has got one for the afternoon. And with an opportunity here to go back and kick his second. Let's hope he kicks the normal drop punch spider on this round the body stuff.
I got to say, Grub, it's one of the highlights. emceeing the raffle up here, mate. You get to talk to Yatesy and Cozzy. They're two absolute ripping blokes.
Most of the team, the
So
whole team.
Collins just ambles
Look at
in, kicks a goal. The umpire has not moved 1 inch, and that is his second goal of the afternoon. Belpo still now to 8-8. They lead Winchelsea on 4-3. Almost 19 gone. Lifeline third quarter scoreboard.
Well, I tell you what, you can get carried away with the big specky from behind or the beautiful Lou, but there was blokes around young Collins and he just kept his eye on the ball and watched it. He was the only one he did, and again after kicked a beautiful goal to boot, and again puts him in the contendership for the Morris Finance Mark of the Day.
Back in the middle, we're going to have Govers versus Maloney. The ball's thrown in the air. Maloney wins that one down towards Sawney, but Collins gets in the way. Ball spills out the back. Picked up now by Yates. Yates with their handball out. Collins runs onto it. Onto the left foot. Chips out wide here looking for Clissold. Clissold takes a fantastic grab. Swings onto the left foot. Chips it over to the circa. Sets him a fair task.
Yeah.
Parrish comes over the back. Brings the ball to ground. Good enough to pick it up again over to Elliott. Elliott run down by Clissold. Taken over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary line thrown right in front of the bell post till coach's box.
It was lucky the boundary line was there, otherwise he was going to get caught holding the ball. Don't you worry about that. It's a great tackle.
It was. It's something his umpire father wouldn't have done because he would have run around the pack.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the ball's thrown in. Govers wins a tap from reaching over the back. The ball actually going nowhere now. Tapped out. Yates busts through, throws it on the boot. Goes towards Vasurka, fights well. Barton coming across. Everyone's gone without it. Collins decides, I'm going to go get the ball, and does. We could have had a free kick there, but no, the ball fills out. Clissold, handballs, hands and knees, handball out. Sawney runs past. The one-hand pick-up looked absolutely fantastic. Still fighting hard for it to have Sawney. Barton now, chance. Picks the ball up, tries to break a tackle, can't. Handball cut off by Parrish. Parrish runs down the line. Nice long kick. Contest on here. Ball falls to the ground. Henry flew there. Unfortunately, couldn't bring it down with him. Picked up by Kerrins. Kerrins gets a handball to Andrews. Andrews loses control. The wet slippery ball falls out of bounds, and there we go. Boundary line throw in. About 50 around from the Winchelsea goal. In front of this magnificent scoreboard, it just makes up its own scores.
Did you just let your lunch go?
Who?
Oh, it must have been me.
Oh. That's what the listeners and viewers want to hear, mate. Really, ball getting thrown back in now. So, that's a falcon for Govers, but works to his advantage. Cubby basically running the ball. Him and Reuben James. May have been a free kick there for a push, but the umpire said it was in the side, so we'll have another boundary line throw in. We've gone 21 and a half minutes. Lifeline third quarter here at Myers Reserve, where the rain just won't go away.
I'll tell you what, I never looked over my shoulder much playing footy, but if I was around Timmy Barton, I reckon I would be. He just tackles you so hard.
He makes you earn it.
Oh, yeah.
Govers in front. Pushed out by Maloney. Fairly, the umpire said. Collins runs onto the ball. Quick handball up to Quinn. Quinn handball to no one in particular. Sawney's the first to it. Clean skills for a wet day. McNamara knocks the ball forward for Belpo still. Sawney picks it up. Collins dispossesses him. Ball gets knocked out in a tackle. Sawney still going. At third or fourth effort's fantastic to see. Now we've got Stacks on the mill trying to force the ball out. No, not going anywhere. Now it has. So Belpo still the advantage there. Skoronski goes forward, looking for forward. Puts the hands up. Cozzy again almost in the right spots. Falling over the back. Quick chip out here looking for Parrish. Parrish takes a mark. He's been very, very good so far.
He's been good again today as he was last week.
Finn Parrish has been fantastic. Chips the ball into the middle here and finds Scott. Scott now handballs. Here he goes again. Finn Parrish. He's looking to have a bounce. He's going to have a bounce. He's done well. Wins a handball over the top now. It's in the hands of Ed Smith. Smith looking forward for options. He finds one. Huff with a very good lead up the ground in front of Flaccavento. So Huff now Looking down the middle. It's a nice kick into the hot spot. Ball comes off hands, hits the deck. James picks it up unattended.
Oh,
Had about an hour and has, in the end, kicked it out of bounds on the full. And we have gone 23 minutes. Lifeline third quarter here at Mines Reserve.
you know, the surface out here must be pretty good these days at Belpost Hill. Like, I know we haven't had pouring rain, but we've had a lot of drizzle. And if you execute properly on a bounce, it comes straight back to you. So, you know, the surface must be pretty good.
I don't know, I play on the ground over the back.
What?
Third
Soccer?
ground.
You play soccer.
Cricket.
So Keller basically is doing the kicking in duties now for Belpost Hill. Kendall just been asked to come back and give him some room. He plays on, goes around the boundary line, goes towards Barton. Barton doesn't take the mark, it's ground level, picked up Fantella on the left boot, goes back towards Gobus. Out the back, Maloney does nicely, brings the ball to ground. McNamara was there, front and square, handballs over the top. Went to his teammate and Clissold, went back and collected it again, so he runs through the middle of the ground now. Long kick going forward, again forward out. Ball this time gets out the back, waiting for the bounce to come to him, kicks the ball off the ground. Unfortunately, didn't have the accuracy there, and ball goes through for a minor score. 8-9 now Belpost Hill. 4-3 to the Winchelsea side. 24 minutes gone. Lifeline third quarter.
They don't come off that often, do they? You know, when they do, they look great, but they don't come off a kick off the ground from 40 metres. It doesn't come off too often.
So Winchelsea now to bring the ball in. So they're going to come clubroom side, which is good. Target out here could be towards Gemmell, and he will take the mark. Nice kick in. So still inside defensive 50. Gemmell just looking at options further afield. He decides to this time go long, back towards centre wing. Henry's going to be the first one up. Ball gets out the back. Picked up out there. Kendall, he's tackled, brought to ground. And the umpire says, let's give it back to me. We'll have a ball up, which will take place pretty much on centre wing in front of us where we sit.
Good for the call team.
Maloney doing the ruck work. Govers from behind, ball comes out. Govers took the ball out of the contest, then kicks the ball into the half-forward line. Barton is there, got front position, couldn't take the mark. Sits over the top of the ball, it's kicked away. O'Hanlon's put the hand down, picked the ball up, went back towards centre wing. Clissold, not too sure what he was doing there. He's waiting for his teammate to pick the ball up, but Gronkowski, he went in after it and was held up pretty nicely there. A tackle by Elliott, and the umpire says, I'll have it back. So again, further afield towards Belpost Hill goal. Comes through to Collins. Collins able to get to his feet very quickly and kicks the ball long into the forward line. Flacavento leads in the race for the ball. With him is Nankervis. He did nicely, but he ran past the ball. Picked up Flacavento, went towards goal, past goal, and over the bounce on the full on the other side of the ground. Free kick will go to Winchelsea.
Inverleigh 57, West 32. Corio 32, Thompson 89, Werribee 56, North 27, and Belmont 31, Bannockburn 46.
So the ball to be with Budavalis now to be kicked back in. Budavalis is going to come across the face of goal. It's going to be a dangerous kick, but it's okay. Gemmell takes the mark. Runner outside, used him now. Parrish nicely does the ball and goes towards his brother. Can't hit him on the chest, put a little bit of a pressure on him, sits over the top of it. Is he in trouble?
Dragged it in.
I think he is. The umpire said yes, he's dragged it back in. Free kick will go to Clissold. So Clissold now is going to be the recipient. Got a short option in Barton. Costello leads to the pocket, but he's going to go longer, looking towards forward. Budavalis used his body nicely there, kept him away from the ball. Ball was picked up, kicked around the boundary line by Chibnall, a short kick, and went back into the hands of Indy Parrish, who remains in their back half at this stage. So Parrish now looking to his brother along the boundary line, finds him and Finn. So Finn Parrish now, still just outside their forward 50 now. Kendall leads up short, ignored there. Another short kick. Mark will be taken. Again, this time Elliott. He decides he's going to go across the ground. Finn Parrish ran through his path. Now, this could be dangerous because Jones brings the ball to ground, but Budavalis did nicely. Stayed on his feet, kicked the ball, went short, over the top, missed his teammate. In there is Vasika, but going back to get the ball was Smith. He gets the ball inside, goes outside, and has a handball, went back towards Indy Parrish. I don't know why the handball went there because he was under a fair bit of pressure with Jack Yates sitting right on his tail, and the umpire says, let's have a ball up.
You called that other one beautifully. You said he held his mount with his body. Ford wanted a free kick, but you can hold a bloke with your body all day.
So the ball now from that run contest. Yates comes through the contest, gave the ball back to the big fella in Lovett. His kick goes forward, but again, sitting in the hole is Elliott, and Elliott has taken the mark.
Handball, Ren, I reckon.
Yep, ball come Elliott. Kick wasn't great, didn't have much on it, and the ball straight back into the hands of Timmy Barton. So the ball is going to go definitely back long, and forward will be the option.
Well, let him lead. Lead.
He's putting the ball, he's asking for it to go short, but he's going to go longer towards Flacavento. Ball gets out the back again, picked up this time, kicked round the body by Marr. I tell you what, that's not too bad a shot at goal. I think he has got it.
Yes,
he has. And Amar has got his first goal of the afternoon. So he now gives a bell post or movement at bell post still to 9-9. They lead Winchelsea on 4 goals, 3. 28 gone. Lifeline third quarter scoreboard.
Well, another contender for the Fairhaven Homes goal of the day, which was an absolute beauty. Look, they got the goal, so I suppose you can't complain. But on a drizzly day, you kick it long and there's 6 or 7 blokes up the foreline. Ford's got pretty much no chance of marking. On a beautiful dry day, sure enough. But he's not actually leading up. You can't kick it to a lead if you don't lead. So I reckon he's got to change his game a bit and just lead up the ground a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. In the middle here, we've got Maloney versus Lovett. Probably goes straight to ground again. Picked up there by Quinn. Gets a quick handball out. Ball falls. Then Lovett kicking the ball again. That's not a bad one. Just bowls through Marr. Leading the race. Ball handballed out. Winch still fighting hard, trying to get it out. Belpo still doing all to keep it in. The ball has been picked up there by Marr. Ball falls. Spills free again. Wet ball. Must be getting a bit slippery now. And fighting hands and knees. Ball lands in the hands of Yates, who pops it long. Costello sets himself, puts the one hand up. It's beaten for it by Smith. Now it's handballed out. Stacks on the middle. Umpire will come in, have no choice but the ball up, probably 15 metres out, directly in front of Bellpost Hill's goal. They've kicked 4 goals this quarter, the most productive quarter of the afternoon. Thanks to Lithlow. Kersop Cole back on, but Jonty Smith picks the ball up, throws on the left foot, gets it out of the defensive area, trickles away, he's already said throw it in, thanks.
Well done. And look, I can understand that being paid deliberate in AFL footy.
No.
Because they've got the skills. At our level, that was a magnificent decision. Throw the ball in. What's going on?
He's getting the ball.
Oh, I thought he was going.
Ball's out in the ring road, mate.
Yeah. Because, look, league defenders have been doing it for years.
It is a free kick, is it? It is. He has paid a free kick.
No, he said no. The umpire down here said play on no. Oh, anyway, they paid deliberate. I'm sorry.
No.
It's not even, if you advance the ball 50 metres, how can it be a free kick?
Well, I just give the umpire a big rap, so I'm taking it back.
So, Bo McNamara now with the resultant free kick. I wonder why no one to get the ball. So, Bo looking for his options. Sends it long down the line in the Ford Barton direction. Ford puts her hands up, ball is to ground. Costello tries to run onto it, but unfortunately can't. The ball beats him out of bounds. So ball will be thrown in, probably 45 around from the Bellpost Hill goal. We've gone 30 minutes of this Lifeline third quarter here at Myers Reserve. A dreary old day, but there's still not a breath of wind, Grub.
No.
Ball thrown back in.
Not
Lovett
out the
versus
ground,
Maloney.
anyhow.
No, Lovett not in the box. Lovett probably wins that one down. Ball goes over the top. That was by Welsh. Welsh out looking for Gemmell. Gemmell couldn't quite grab the ball. Kersop Cole, here he goes. If he's not bouncing the ball, he's kicking along the ground. Flacavento interferes, gets the ball handballed out. Andrews centres the ball. Vasirka tries to lay a tackle on Kendall. Kendall gets wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire says, I'll have the ball now. And thrown up true centre wing, far side of this ground today. We've gone now 31 minutes. Ball in the air. Neither ruckman really get an effective tap down. Rugby scrum moving the ball forward. Lands in the hands of, I think that was Shearer. Kicks the ball long. Flacavento goes to spoil. Ball comes to ground now. O'Hanlon, great little handball out. Short chip finds Parrish. Parrish from 50, doesn't blaze away. Nice little short pass there. Finds Tom Henry, who I reckon will have a kick just on either just after the siren or just before she goes. So Tom Henry for Winch, kicking from about 40 metres out.
And that will be 40, not at Belmont, but that rubbish someone sent into us last week about 38 metres.
I just made that number up.
I know you did.
So,
Skippy Carroll fixed you up, didn't he?
And you read it out. Believe me, I was actually telling the truth.
And then we got Wayne Skippy Carroll, the expert, in on the job.
It's still only 38. Anyway, Henry now coming in. Ball hits the boot. No, distance is never a problem, but the accuracy through for a minor score. Tom Henry has 2-1 for the afternoon. Winch have their second behind for the day. They are now 4 goals, 4, trailing Bellpost Hill, who are 9 goals, 9.63. 32 minutes that quarter went for Lifeline.
Goal kickers this stage,
please, Dale. Yes.
Yep. Bellpost Hill 2 to Collins, 2 to Barton, 1 each to Vasika. Yates Costello, Ford and Amar. And for the Winchelsea side, 2 to Tom Henry, 1 to Kendall and 1 to Huff. Take a short break, come back. Final call action is not too far away, and hopefully some round-the-ground scores will come to hand. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
The Morris Finance match of the day, which sees Bell Postal 99.69 leading Winch 4-4-28. Grubby, your thoughts on the Lifeline third quarter?
Well, it was a pretty good quarter of footy. I enjoyed watching it, and I just think that 6 goals difference on the scoreboard. But in general play, I just felt all the time that Winch were a bit closer than that. But obviously that doesn't matter because the scoreboard's the one. I think it's just a lack of penetration when they get down in the forward line. An extra couple of goals, they kicked their 2 in a row. If they had been able to kick the third one, we got game on. But Belpo still, they're ever reliable. They just keep coming back and they stop you and they kick a couple of their own and they're back out to a 6-goal lead. Looking reasonably comfortable. I don't think Winchelsea can get back in these conditions from there. But I tell you what, they're having a real crack. Taking risks and as I say, they're having a go. I thought Vasika or Vasika, whatever you want
it is,
to call
but
it.
I've had that confirmed for you, mate.
No?
I went and got that confirmed, Vasika.
Yeah, I went to school with Matty.
Yeah, I went to school with Matty, so it is Vasika.
Well, I asked the young fella the last time we were here and he said Vasika.
I don't care why you've got an R in your name if you don't use it.
Oh, there you go, Beatty.
I use mine, mate.
Bowie Collins
Gubby.
was all right. He was actually very, very good for 3 quarters. Quinny got a bit of the ball that quarter. He didn't really, but he's just a good bloke. I wanted to mention his name. Bowie McNamara, he's been solid down there. He gets the ball every time it comes to him, just about. And I thought that quarter, Daniel Clisole played a pretty good quarter to get himself into the game. Over at Sawney, he didn't have a great second quarter, but he had a reasonable third quarter. He was okay that quarter. Lockie Kendall struggled in the second quarter, but had a little bit more to do in that quarter. I thought Finn Parrish was very, very good. Michael Border-Valis was very, very good. Cursop Cole, he was going really well, but he had to come off for a little while. And, of course, getting back, obviously, to Valpo still, two of the better players were the Flakavenko brothers.
Flakavenkos? Is that Flakaven and Co? You're an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm guessing three-quarter time will probably be Inverleigh 71, Geelong West Giants 32, Thompson 95, Corio 32, Werribee 60, North Geelong 28, Bannockburn 10-10-70, lead Belmont 4-8-32. So they are the games at three-quarter time.
Surprised that Thompson Corio score.
It's a bit of a blowout, isn't it? So it's 14-11 to 4-8. So it's not like there's been anything. Werribee kicked 8 goals, 12 Grub.
8-12.
8-12 to 4-4 at the Duck Pond.
15-28 the last time we were there.
Sunshine, I can't believe it.
Yeah, sunshine at 28. mustn't be any rain in Colac. Colac kicked 20.
Maybe there should be a yellow bin behind the goals when they kick the ball into.
Yeah, there should be. You know whose bin it will be? Mine. Who would pinch someone's bloody rubbish bin? Who would do that?
Especially yours. It's full of crap.
Oh, I tell you what, if I find them, I'm going to punch the hell out of
But
them.
over your plastic bin that you get for nothing.
Yeah.
So we're back with the umpire, final quarter in action, and it's underway. Maloney's doing the ruck work, and Lovett's also there.
Thanks, Sir Robert.
Paul, the free kick being given. It's going to go to the Belpo Still side, and it's Yates has got the ball. Collins wants it wide, but Yates says, no, I'm going to go straight down the middle of the ground. He goes short, went looking for Ren Lovett. Okay, the kick's okay. Handball's back outside. Baseley goes short, and again, that's better use of the ball. And Will Ford presents up, and he takes the mark.
Well, that's what I asked him to do, didn't I?
Yes, you did. That's easy when football can play like that, Grub, isn't it?
Exactly, and I tell you, one bloke I did leave out at three-quarter time, which I shouldn't have, was Yates, who played a magnificent third quarter.
His old man wrote me a speech to say how great a bloke he was and that. So I said I'd say some nice things about him. I'm still trying to think what they are.
From the middle, centre forward position, Will Ford will start proceedings for Belpo Still in the last quarter. Again, just a matter of his accuracy now. Kicking from about 40 metres out directly in front of goal. Kicks on the way. And I think that looks pretty good. And it's back over the umpire's head. Will Ford has got his second. The 10th now for Belpo Still. They are 10-9. They lead Winchelsea on 4-4. And we've gone just over 1 minute. Final quarter, Morris Finance scoreboard.
Well, that might just put the icing on the cake, even though there's almost a whole quarter to go. It really, Winchelsea needed that first goal to stay in this game, and Belpo Still were good enough to get it. And I tell you what, we haven't had a great lot of player of the days today, but the Corio Bay Healthcare player of the day contender there. That was the goodest bit of football as we've seen all day.
So back in the umpire again.
What?
Maloney.
Back in the umpire.
Back in the middle. Umpire again.
Back with the umpire again. That's
Jeez.
right. That's what I said. Back down to Collins. Tries to get out of the contest. Got the handball away, but it's a little bit late, says the umpire. And free kick's going to go to Maloney in the middle of the ground. So Maloney now with the ball. Looking at his options, and he's looking for some runners coming past. Not there, so he decides to go short and straight down the middle of the ground. Basically in front, takes the mark. So we'll turn the attack back the other way now. Ball goes out wide. Went looking for Yates. He's up over the top. It's nice when you can kick and rely on somebody.
Well, he had the confidence in him.
That's exactly right. They go wide. Staggard didn't take the mark. They've got a player outside. He picks the ball up and he goes quickly into their forward line. Going back, mark has been taken out there. Maloney once again. So he now has the ball, got the option out the back. He uses him. Handball went out to Henry. Henry moves the ball to Kersop Cole. He goes through the middle of the ground. That's not a bad-looking kick there. Hands were good too. Mark's been taken by Smith. Options outside. Rouget, but he goes wider again. Running player from behind the ball. They bring it up. It might have been Nankervis, was it? No, it wasn't.
No,
was
it
it?
was. Yeah, it
was
was.
Nankervis. Goes into the forward line looking for Henry. Ball runs towards the boundary line. It's going to go over. Yes, it will. Belpo Still will take it over, and we'll have a throw-in to take place about 20 around from the behind post.
Henry, is any relation to the bloke that plays at the Hamburgers?
Two of them, yeah. All four of them are.
Okay.
I think this one here, the oldest one, isn't he?
I don't know.
So the ball thrown back in. Ball from that contest. O'Hanlon did that nicely. Rouget tried to force his way through the contest. And the umpire's seen it that way, Grub.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good call. Bowie Collins was the recipient of the free kick. So Bo Collins now has got a short option. That was one of his worst for the day, but it's worked out okay because Basely steams through the middle, got the handle away to Fantella. Fantella, he just loads up and goes straight down the middle of the ground. Ball gets towards Barton. Wow. He did that nicely also. Barton kept the ball alive. Finn Parrish comes in, tries to take it away from him. He sits over the top, needs to knock it out, tries to force his way out, but the umpire said no, that's incorrect, Timmy. Free kick is going to go to the Winchelsea side. And it will go to Finn Parrish.
He actually
Handballs off
dragged
quickly
it
to
in.
Tav Sawney. Sawney, little short kick up over the top. Good kick.
Oh,
Gemmell
no,
couldn't take the
son.
mark. Put his head down. Got the handball over the top. Went to Elliott. Elliott needs to get back on his foot, right foot. That's what he wanted to do, but the hand started off to Gemmell. He goes back in towards Lovett. Not too sure why he kicked it to him, but he in the hands out the back goes to Huff. He turns, goes back to O'Hanlon towards the goal square. Ball gets over the back. Players arrive, the support required. Back from the contest, going to go back towards Huff. He comes in, tackled, ball sits in underneath the contest, umpire circles, and will come in and take possession. So as we tick over 4 minutes in this final quarter, it is 10-9 at Belpost Hill, 4-4 to Winchelsea.
Deep in attack for Winch. Ball thrown in the air. So Lovett and O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon probably won that one, holding front position, but all it's done is brought it straight back to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it again. So maybe the rain stopped, but I think the damage has been done. The surface is a bit slippery, so in she comes again. Lovett and O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon again wins that one towards Parrish, overruns it. Ball snapped forward. Yates was going to pick it up, but left it for Flacavento. Falls to Bo Mack, gets the ball out, falls back his way again, ends up with McNamara, throws the ball in the boot, goes long. Looking out there for Mar. Mar works to the front, brings the ball to ground. Vasika runs onto it, goes the hack out of mid-air, misses it completely. Timmy Barton comes barging through, looking to pick it up, doesn't do so. Winch now on the ground with the ball. Ball spills free again. I can't see because Elliott's right in my way, but ball falls to the hands of Yates. Yates goes long down the line here for Belpost. Still foot race on. Parrish is in the box seat to win this one. The ball doesn't bounce kindly for him. Costello wraps him up. He hasn't got the ball, but the umpire lets it go. Flacavento in there fighting now. Battle over the ball. What's the umpire done here? He's picked a free kick, has he? That I didn't hear the whistle go. So, anyway, looks like Kendall's won the free kick. Goes short. It's a nice kick to Gemmell. Gemmell takes the ball. True centre wing here for, or just defensive side of centre wing here for Winch. Looking at options down the ground. Goes short again. Chopped off there.
Free kick.
That should be a free kick. The umpire's called play on. Handball over the top. McNamara dances around it. Can't quite pick it up. Does so in the end. Was wrapped up straight away. Umpire's picked out a free kick. I don't know what it was for.
Dropping the ball, he said.
Okay, so anyway, ball goes out wide now. That's a good strong lead by Henry. Couldn't quite take the mark. Does well at ground level. Gets a handball out. Winch running forward. Nope. Spilt out there in a tackle. Another pick up by Henry. He's done very well. Goes back to Maloney. Ball spilt now with his teammate. Coming across here, the Belpost still are out. Flacavento in the middle. No, that's Bo McNamara. Chips it across. Great kick there. Now long by Skoronski to Timmy Barton. Barton on his own takes the mark. Rain down on the outside is Quinn, but he ignores that. Chips it out in front of Will Ford. Puts the hands up. Sport by Budavalis was very good. Parrish picks the ball up. Handballs into the hot spot. Now falls in the hands of Nankervis. Nankervis, not his greatest effort for the day. He's been pretty good on Timmy Barton so far today, but that has probably let down a lot of his good work. And the ball is in the hands of Aaron Vasika, who gets up very, very gingerly. A lot fitter than his brother Ryan, I must say. That'll get Ryan back for sending a message through about his last name. So, with his dodgy knees and wide girth, Aaron Vasika now has won for the day already. Lining up to this could be the bride and groom on top of the icing here. Grubb if he kicks this one. So Vasika now from about 30 metres out on a slight angle. Distance will not be a problem. It's only the accuracy that will happen. So in he comes now. Aaron Vasika off the boot. Goal umpire pushes across. He's dragged it to the left through for a minor score. So Belpost still move to 10-10-70, leading Winch, who are 4-4-28. We've gone 7.5 minutes. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
So Kendall it is, I think, again, kicking in from the fullback position. He decides to travel the ball straight up the middle of the ground, goes over the top of Barton. Ball comes through to McNamara, handballs outside to Quinn. Oh, he's run straight into a straight-on tackle there of Henry. The ball wasn't going to come out of that. No prior opportunity, so the umpire will come in and take possession of it. And once again, thrown up very quickly. Ruckman there, Maloney just tries to drag it out of there. O'Hanlon got the handball up over the top. Skronkowski, he gets the ball out the back to McNamara, and he looks to deliver the ball. Good, they're coming this side of the ground. Goes out towards Jones. Basically just used the hands to put his hands on, get the possession of the ball. Now he's got in and out of trouble. Just got boot the ball, which was lucky enough for him because it picked up by Sawney. Got the handball outside into the hands there of Maloney. His little kick goes forward. Can't be picked up out there this time by Scott, but he continues to push the ball forward. But interception was Andrews coming through. Actually, it wasn't. It was Jones. Handball's intercepted there by Skronkowski again. He goes short. Out the back is Costello on the left boot. He's got. Now he looks up. Going forward And he's on the lead as well. So it's a good bit of play. And Will Ford has taken the mark.
I tell you what, he's had a bit of a purple patch, Gronkowski, hasn't he? The ball's been everywhere the ball has.
Skoronsky.
Skoronsky,
Mate.
Skolansky, or whatever he's
Skonskowski or
Whatever you call him.
Yeah, Killer Kowalski.
That's it.
What a
Kowalski.
great wrestler he was.
Daniel Kowalski, the swimmer.
Yeah, there's a few of them around.
Now I can't remember who's got the ball. Well, Will Ford, that's right.
Can't open his eyes, whatever you want.
Will Ford has got the ball. As I said again, well within range here and is going for his third of the afternoon. And 2 in this final quarter. Kick is at goal. It's going across the face. Mark is not taken. Lands in the goal square.
Oh.
I would have thought that had to come forward then, but it's been through for a minor score. So Bell Post Hill now to 10-11, 4-4 to Winchelsea, 9.5 minutes gone.
So Kendall to bring the ball back in. Plays on again. Going far to the long kick to the outer side. Look, I don't know what he's looking for there, but it's been cut off and played on immediately. Chip ball back in towards Costello. Take a fantastic grab above his head. In front of Kersop Cole. Maybe he's a little bit quicker than his brother and he's can get away from him.
Look, it's all right to go for distance. Hang on.
Hang on. Handball across, corner Bo Collins had a flying shot for goal and it just ruined our commentary then, mate. Bo Collins kicks his first behind for the day. Bell Post Hill's third for the quarter and that's 12th for the day.
It's all right to go for distance, but you've got control of the ball, so you've got to put it to your own teammates' advantage. And he's gone for distance both times and he's put it to Bell Post Hill's advantage. So
Kendall coming out here looking for O'Hanlon. Ball goes over his head. Staggard leads in the race.
No one's advantage.
In the end, it's going to be thrown in there. So I reckon if you play on like that and it goes out of bounds without being touched, it should be a free kick.
No.
Same as it is if you kick it out of the square.
No, as soon as you leave the square, it's play on.
I don't care. I just said my opinion.
Well, you just make up your own rules.
I'm allowed to. Ball comes in. No ruckman wins the ball, but picked up by Quinn. Handballs over to Fantella. Fantella goes to Bo McNamara. McNamara goes long into the square, looking in the forward direction, goes over the back. Budavalis the first one to it. No, Mar beats him to the ball, picks it up, swings around handballs back to Ford. He's wrapped up immediately. Ball not going anywhere. Deep in attack for Bell Post Hill. We've gone 11 minutes. Morris Finance final quarter. So he's Bell Post Hill 10-12-72, leading Winch 4-4-28. So big margin at the moment. So Barton grabs the ball out of the ruck, throws it onto the boot, and still in play. Hasn't gone out, so that's a lucky bounce. Mar picks the ball up, goes to get the handball to Clissold, tackled as he did so. Running the ball out, trying to run the ball out now. Winch not going anywhere very fast, but now it falls in the hands here. Great tackle there by Kerrins. Anyway, Kersop Cole overruns it. Yates picks the ball up, goes to Costello, throws it onto the left boot, into the goal square. Punch forward by Budavalis. Into the hands now of Chibnall. Chibnall looking to break a tackle, couldn't do so. Timmy Barton wraps him up. You're not going to move too far once Timmy gets hold of you, are you, lads?
Oh, no.
So, well, that's a hell of a camera, isn't it? Jeez. Anyway, ball goes in the air. Barton, Maloney wins that one, taps it down to Shearer. Shearer gets a quick handball out. Skoronsky picks the ball up now, in towards forward again. He's applying to be appealed
Just
to be a hold.
go for the footy.
Budavalis gets it, runs it through for another minor score. So Bell Post Hill moved to 10 goals, 13-73. Winch 4-2-28. Ball brought back in very, very quickly into the outer side of the ground. Picked up here now, looking for options. Bell Post Hill, quick handball back to Fantella. Fantella chips the ball into the middle here, finds Bo McNamara. McNamara with not the greatest kick ever, goes towards Flacavento. He overruns it, but good enough to get back onto it. Gets a handball over the top. Costello chips the ball over. Thought he was looking for a teammate then, but has popped it through for Bell Post Hill's second goal of the quarter. Their 11th of the game. They go 11-12-78, leading Winch, who are 4-4-29. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard in 30 minutes.
4-4-28 in my book, or 4-5-29.
Yeah, they've put a point on the wrong way around. Yeah, so it should be 10-13 to 4-4.
Well, I think I'll be going on the phone to ring me cousin because we need a fat lady to sing.
11-13, I think it is now, isn't it?
She's over here.
She's over here, you reckon, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for that enlightened commentary.
Well, you like to see sides hang in for as long as they want, and they've tried to do that, but Bell Post Hill have just been too good.
So the ball back with the umpire in the middle. Gobus is actually the only player that jumped for the ball coming from the middle. It's picked up out there. Actually, feet was taken there from Fantella. He's going to win a free kick. And I know at the start of the year he wanted to play seconds football, but he's still got what it needs to play senior
word he
football.
has.
So the ball comes out very quickly, goes to Barton. Barton goes forward once again, out towards Mark. Couldn't stay on his feet. Both players went to ground. And they get up on now and chase it towards the boundary line. Mark tries to tap it back to his teammate's advantage. Picked up out there by Finn Parrish. He gets the handball away. Put his teammate under a little bit of pressure, but was able to get the kick out towards the half-back line. Ball from the contest went to Chibnall. Back to Rouget. Rouget handballs back inside Henry. Over the top. Goes back to Chibnall now and runs and kicks the ball back towards centre wing. Over the back. Bowie Collins read that nicely. Mark was being paid. Yeah, no, definitely was being paid. Don't know whether players heard it.
Well,
Bowie Collins.
You know why they played on?
Because he moved.
Because it was touched, that's why.
So the ball now over the top, back into the hands of Fantella. So Fantella with the ball, looks inside, goes towards his teammate. McNamara in some space. I tell you what, Vasika's just chipped away nicely there. He's only about 10 metres away. McNamara says, I want to go long and into the forward pocket, out towards Flacavento. He couldn't pick the ball up. And ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in which will take place just inside forward 50.
That is why the actual rotations are advantageous to a bloke like Fantella. I would say, I haven't counted him, but he would be the bloke that's come off most during the day for Belpost Hill because he's a bit older, he gets that rest and he can go the 4 quarters.
So the ball thrown back in by the umpire, again from that front contest, picked up by Vasika. His kick was smothered. Rouget's in there working hard at ground level. He's tackled quickly and umpire will come in and take possession of the ball. So again, ball thrown up by the umpire. Out the ball comes. Just Yates hand over the contest as he does. He gets to his feet, picked up by Big Ren Lovett, handed the ball out, and the goal is kicked clear, goes back towards the middle of the ground. McNamara came across, couldn't pick it up. Maloney handballs over the top. McNamara read that nicely, handballs outside to Baseley. Baseley now goes back into their forward line, kick towards Lovett. Oh, big fella. Good reach, good grab. And Ren Lovett is just outside of range, I would think so, on the left boot. That's a nice looking pass from the big fella. I tell you. And he has hit the leading forward right on the chest, and he will go back and try and kick another goal in this quarter.
Oh, Big Ren on the left.
He's a right footer, isn't he?
He's a right footer. He just swung around on the left and beautiful kick. Good lead by Ford too.
Yep. Well, again, that's what he wasn't doing early, was he, Grub? He was just happy enough just to sit back and call for the ball. I know he kept pointing. He's like Cameron last night, kicking the ball thing over. They're not no encouragement if they're not actually moving that direction. So
if they don't see you, they just lead to where you want it.
So Ford now has 2-3 for the afternoon. Let's see if he can even his scoreboard up with a straight kick at goal. Comes in and he's offline. No, he's not. He's dragged it back nicely, straight through the middle. It is. What am I saying? 12-13 now to the Belpost Hill side. 4-4 to Winchelsea. 16 gone last quarter. Morris Finance scoreboard.
So what's he kick now, Will Ford?
3-3.
3-3. You know what? I was really, really trying to fit Michael Bordavalis in my votes because I thought he was fantastic early. But when a bloke has 6 shots at goal and kicks 3-3, even though I'm still going to put him in my best players, you probably have to leave him out of the votes because in the second half and after what they did, and I'm not bragging, but what I said to do, just don't go for the pack mark. Get out on your own. Lead up. He's done that, and he's looked $1 million.
So they've lost Welsh from their back line too.
Yes. I've seen you with the jacket on. The ball's thrown up in the air. Bo Collins bursts through, running away from his own goal. Gets a handball across to Fantella. Fantella chips it out towards Costello. That's a fantastic pick up on the daylight today. Onto his favoured left foot, going along looking for Vasika. Gemel does a fantastic job. Just busting through is Dan Marr, and it's been held to him. Umpire says, give it to me and I'll ball it up just inside the centre square, Belpost Hill's attacking zone. So Govis and Maloney to go at it. Maloney wins that one comfortably, taps it down to Parrish. Parrish is wrapped up immediately. Umpire says he's taken high. So Skoronsky handballs the ball over to Kendall. Kendall goes long in the square looking for Huff. Huff couldn't want it. Our Hanlon picks the ball up, swings on the right foot, centres the ball very smartly. Beats everyone. Kerins fighting for the ball. Scott picks it up, but he's wrapped up immediately, not going anywhere. We'll have a ball up about 15 metres out from the Winchelsea goal. And so they need one, Grub, but I don't think it's really going to matter.
No, it's not going to matter now, but they need one for their confidence to play the game right out and come back out and have another crack next week.
O'Hanlon and Staggard go at. Ball straight up. Staggard's second tap. Sawney runs onto it, tries to pick it up one-handed. It's bumped off the ball. Can't quite get his balance. Hacked out of the air by Belpost Hill. And the umpire said, that is kicking in danger against you, Bo Collins. And Winch, you can have a free kick. So this is Indy Parish. You'll be kicking from just inside 45 out. pretty much no angle to speak of. So you're right, Grub, to play the game out. They need to keep scoring. Here goes short, finds Sawney, who, how do you leave someone like Sawney unchecked that like there? He's a beautiful kick of the footy, so distance won't be a problem. We've gone 18.5 minutes, Morris Finance final quarter. So Tav Sawney looking to kick the 5th goal for Winch for the day. He's first for the afternoon. So Sawney leans back on it. Goal umpire says, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm going to move
That's
there.
a great
And that
kick.
is a great kick at this time. Where have you found? Goal to Winch. That's their 5th for the afternoon. They moved to 5-4-34, trailing Bellpost Hill to 12-13-85. We've done 19 minutes. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
As I said, keep going, keep fighting towards the final side. Get a couple more goals, make it a 3 or 4, maybe even a 5-goal loss. They'll take that now with the way that the game's gone. They've been undermanned. They haven't stopped, and that's what. And I think sometimes when you are 6 or 7 goals up, you might take the foot off the pedal a little bit and give the opportunity to Winch to kick a couple of goals in these minutes are remaining in this game.
So back in the middle we go. Govis, I think this overtime over the top, gets the ball down, goes to Parrish. He's tackled, and I'm not too sure whether he made an attempt to get rid of the ball there. Dives back on top of it. Umpire says, let's have a ball up.
Hey, Smithy, could you pinch that bin there for me?
They won't pick it up at the same time. It's got a wrong coloured lid, mate. So ball thrown out. Ball thrown out by the umpire. And it's going to be straight back into his hand because it didn't clear the contest. Umpire says we'll start again. So O'Hanlon doing the ruck work. Going on hands and knees. The ball actually emerges from it. Gemmell picks the ball up and he goes back towards centre wing. Scott leads in the race for the ball. Tries to elude his player coming at him, but that was a good tackle. Umpire said he had a prior opportunity. I'm not too sure about that because McNamara was right on his hammer. And he will now get a free kick. Come out wide. Fantella into some space by himself, as he has done most of his football career.
It's been very good.
So Fantella now asked to play on by the umpire, so he goes that little bit longer. Barton is going to be the target. He's up in front, doesn't take the mark. Parrish from behind, Skonkowski. He picks the ball up, goes back to Barton. Barton handles back outside for Seeker. Got the Falcon. Then he got Timmy Barton's Falcon as well.
Have a spell, young
Ball
Berserker.
comes out to Flintoff.
Before you get hurt.
Hang on, there's a free kick down the field.
Hey, you're a goose, mate. That's the wrong bloke.
Commentary over the microphone.
Willing out here. And I tell you what, Tony bloody Dozen, he's in Coffs Harbour. He's not even here, and he's whinging about the free kicks going to Winchelsea. He's in Coffs Harbour, for God's sake.
He might be watching it live.
For God's sake.
He might be watching it live too.
There was a free kick
Yes.
being given here. I can't remember what happened there, but it's a free kick in the forward pocket to the Winchelsea side.
He
Now,
just ran straight up behind Barton and smashed into him.
Yeah.
Umpire didn't see it, or we would
So
have
a kick
reversed it.
round the body is not too bad at all, I think, and it has gone through for a goal. And Winchelsea have their 6th of the afternoon. They move to 6-4. They trail Bellpost Hill on 12-13. And we have gone 22 minutes, final quarter, Morris Finance scoreboard.
I can't believe Tony Dozen's whinging from all the way from Coffs Harbour.
Well, he wouldn't know any different.
God.
So it's just...
Sorry, Tone, but look, as I say,
Scott.
they're not stopping. They're having a go. I can't believe that little fella went straight up and put Tim
curse
Barton.
up Cole. He's had a good day. It's
He's
probably
had a-
not
he's
the
had
way
a-
to finish his day, though.
He's
I
had
know,
a great-
I know he can run, but
If he keeps going, he won't have his day will be finished very, very shortly.
O'Hanlon and Govis to go at it. Oh, Govis wins that one quite handsomely, doesn't he? Anyway, falls in the hands of Quinn. Quinn back to Govis. Govis went the barrel, but I think it was smothered off the boot. That's fantastic attack the ball by Parrish. Unfortunate turnover lands in the hands of Clissold. Clissold goes over top. Flacavento fighting hard. Gets the ball back to Daniel Clissold, who throws on the left foot, looking for Ford, who makes a contest, brings the ball to ground. Quick handball by Parrish to Gemmell. Gemmell kicks it long. McNamara stands his ground as he always has, but couldn't quite complete the mark. Basely dives on the ball, and the umpire has paid kicking in danger. So, I thought...
Have a look at that one, Dozen, from all the way
I
from
thought he pointed
Coffs
anyway.
Harbour.
Kendall, I thought he paid the free kick the other way.
Oh, it's going the other way.
well, if it's either below the knees or it's kicking in danger, he indicated kicking in danger.
He did. Which therefore means, and Bowman can't go off the ground because it's his free kick. Anyway, ball falls to Basely. Basely chips the ball across to Yates. Yates with the quick hit, nearly went behind Skoronski then, but he gets on the left foot looking for Ford, but Budavalis beats him to it, gets in front, punches the ball out. So Winch managed to run the ball out. It looks like it's only going as far as Yates, so it looks like she's coming back in. A burst of speed by the big fella, the captain. Gets tackled right at the end there, but does enough. Ball handball over the top, looking for Quinn, but it falls short. Falls in the arms of Gillespie. Gillespie feeds the ball across now, in long. Andrews at the back, nearly grabs that one. Flacavento dives on it. There's no one around him, but he knocks the ball free. So races on. Kendall straight at it. Both of them fantastic play.
Ball.
Geez, that's well done, isn't it? A great little kick to Vasika. So Vasika now for Belpo still. Chips the ball across to Captain Yates. That's the way you get the game next week. Yates handballs the ball to Baseley. Has to do a little bit to pick it up. Has time now to steady and have a look and kick to absolutely no one in particular. Fighting for the ball there, Skoronsky. Vasika chips the ball into the middle, looking for Costello. Couldn't quite complete the mark. Big Ren Love playing at full forward now. Gets the handball out. Kendall wins it. Chipped out wide here, looking for and finding Smith. Smith's in an absolute paddock here. He's going to have a bounce, but instead handballs the ball over to Sawney. Great effort by Quinn, but Sawney breaks the tackle from just outside 50. Goes bang, and the ball has been marked by Tom Maloney, who's been very, very good for Winch today. Has a chance now to kick his first for the day, and the 7th for Winch. 25 minutes. He's handballed the ball back to Sawney. Sawney just goes bang and goes, okay, I'll kick it and go from there. Sawney gets his second for the afternoon. 7th for Winch, who go to 7-4. 7-4-46. Trailing Bellpost Hill, who are on 12-13-85. We've gone 25 minutes. Morris Finance final call.
Round the grounds at the Morton Power Oval. Inverleigh 85. Geelong West Giants 44. We go out to Corio 45, trailing by 100 points out there for Thompson 145. Werribee Central's 93, North Geelong 52, and Belmont 44. Copping the Shellacka now from Bannockburn 101.
Oof.
So back in the middle we go once again. Govers now doing the ruck work up against Hanlon. Govers up over the top. Hanlon wins the ball out from the middle, gives it away to Sawney. Sawney out the back door, went to Gemmell. Gemmell now goes towards centre wing. Mark is not going to be taken out there. Basically in the air, takes the ball, tries to force his way out of the contest. Don't know whether he got out of there too quickly. The umpire says that was incorrect disposal. Free kick will go to the Winchelsea side. So another opportunity for them here to put the ball back into a dangerous position. They carry the ball and run now, and they go long. I think that may have been Kendall that gets the ball into the forward line. A little bit strong in the kick. Ball goes over the boundary line. We will have a throw-in out there inside forward 50. Didn't bring the coffee cup today, Grub.
Hey?
Didn't you bring the coffee cup today?
Yeah, I forgot the thermos. I bought the soup, the cup, and forgot the bloody thermos.
So the ball from the ruck contest comes out the back. Sawney again puts himself in there, but he ran past the ball. He's back working hard at ground level again. Again, the ball back towards the boundary line and over. So we'll have another throw in which will take place. Time just ticking away now, Spide.
I think it is Dale, and yeah. Percentage might become important there because Thompson and Belton Corio, so that might get them back on top.
Yes, could quite easily. So umpire about to restart play on the far side. Govers is doing the ruck work, also Hanlon. He takes the ball out of the air, runs through the contest, got a handball away. Umpire said he was legged, so he's going to win a free kick. Just outside there, 50. So he's looking back inside for some options. Decides to go a little bit longer now. Put it to where it's going to be dangerous. Ball gets through the contest. Kierans is out there, got the handball away. That's a great pick up there. I think that was Staggart. Over the top to Baseley, back inside to Flacavento. Flacavento gives the handball one to Jordan, or to Jordan, Flacavento, out towards centre wing. In front, Costello, Big Ren Lovett's there, good body of support. Ball's now kicked along into the half-forward line. Budavalis leads in the race for the ball. He picks the ball up. Forwards are running out a bit of petrol there. Budavalis, nice work, gets a 1-2 handball. Comes back towards Gemmell and he puts the ball back towards centre wing. Flacavento up in front. Kendall from behind. Ball evades both of them. Kershaw Cole picks the ball up. Handballs out to his teammate and Elliott goes long into their forward line. Half out the back. Couldn't take the mark. It's going to be picked up there by Maloney. He was tackled. Ball comes to ground. Huff's back on it. Got a handball. Back inside. Kendall is pushed down the ground. Running player. Out the back was Elliott. He looks and goes to a short kick. That was a nice weighted kick and the mark has been taken out there by Henry. And he is outside 50. And the siren has sounded, so it won't make a great deal of difference to the score, but Henry will need to kick this ball every bit of 55 to score. He's going to go to the barrel. I tell you what, he's kicked that pretty nicely. He got the distance, but the accuracy wasn't quite there. It was a great effort there, Tommy Henry, but we'll see Winchelsea finish on 7-5. They will be defeated by Bellpost Hill, who have kicked 12 goals, 13. Goal kicks for the day, Will Ford with 3, 2 each to Collins, Costello, Barton, 1 each to Vasika, Yates and Flamar. And for the Winchelsea side, 2 each to Henry and Sawney, 1 each to Kendall, Huff and Scott. So, I wouldn't say a convincing win, but it's a great win there for Bellpost Hill. And they did that pretty nicely. Take a short break, come back. We'll go through all the events that have happened here this afternoon and come up with some best players and also find a spot where we're going to next week. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
And back here at Mars Reserve to wrap up things. Grubby, put your headphones on, mate. How do you see?
I'm talking to Leakey. I'm talking one of the legends of the game.
Leakey was a pest of a footballer. That's what he was. He's a pest of a footballer. Anyway, Grub, how do you see the Morris Finance final quarter, mate?
The Morris Finance final quarter was a little bit of a walkabout. The finish. They had to start quickly in that last quarter. Look, they fought the game out. They kicked a couple towards the end, and they really fought the game out. But they were so undermanned. It was just, we thought that would happen to them. But look, you got to give A for effort for what they did. And I'm saying all that because they're all walking right past me right now. But but they did. They fought it out. I think Bellpost might have took the foot off the pedal a little bit. What's that? 5 goals, 6 goals.
38 points, mate.
Yeah, it's not quite 50 points as Smithy predicted.
It was for a while.
Yeah, it could have been. I think if they didn't take the foot off the pedal, I think Smithy might have been right on the money. But they did fight it out, and that's the main thing. Look, I don't know if they can make finals, Winch. I thought they were a chance before today until I found out about their injuries. But once I find that out, and they're going to be out for a few weeks, some of these blokes, I just think they might miss finals now. I don't think they can make it, but at least they kept going and going and going. And if they keep doing that, they've just mathematically they can, so they've got to give themselves a chance. Bellpost Hill did what they had to do. They weren't the Bellpost Hill that we know, but again, conditions were. It didn't pour rain, as I said, but there's so much drizzle. The ground was greasy, and they weren't at their very best, but they were at their best when they had to be. They got the break, they kept the break, and they won pretty comfortably in the finish, and that's probably all you got to do.
They did enough to win the game.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Winch did miss, as said, Alice, Stevenson, Brown.
Yeah.
There's 3 goal kickers for them.
Yeah. In the middle of the ground, you got Reese.
Yep.
Look, they missed those blokes
Stevenson.
badly.
Yep. So you miss those blokes badly. Not as you said a couple of times. They got the ball down there often enough, but just didn't have the targets. I mean, O'Hanlon they battled manfully, but it just, I think most of their goals pretty much come from their midfield. I mean, Maloney got one sitting at full forward. He handled to Savant anyway. So
and I think when they kicked that 2 in a row, if they
anyway.
could have just got the next one and got themselves back in the game and maybe make the Panthers just panic a little bit, which, well, that's a stupid thing to say because they don't ever do that. But just let them know that they're there. But they couldn't do that, and then they went down the other end, and I think that goal probably was the one that really thought they must have thought, gee, I think we're in trouble here.
Yeah, they just sort of find another gear, don't they, Bellpost still, when they had that slight challenge comes at them. All right, lads, some votes. Dale, would you like to go first?
Yep, I gave 1 vote to Jack Yates. I thought his game all day was pretty strong through the middle of the ground. He's got good hands. He always works hard at the bottom of the pack. I gave 2 votes to Finn Parrish. I thought his game, again, was a follow-on from last week's game. He's running that and carry from the half-back line, gave them some options. He's a type of player that reminds you of Michael Lima. It would be interesting just to see if he could play a different role. And I know he's robbing Peter to pay Paul, but take him off the half-back line and give him an extra midfield role or even a half-forward, just run-up player would be ideal. And I think the best player on the ground for me was Bo Collins. Got plenty of possessions, clean, kicked a couple of goals. Yeah, just a generally good, really good finish.
Well, I don't think I gave any of those blokes votes. I might have gave 1, but I could have. We had trouble last week because there wasn't enough good players to pick for votes. Today we had too many. There's blokes who I want to give a vote to, like Bordervalis. I want to give a vote to Cursup Cole for his early work. I want to give a vote to Parrish for his early work. But I gave the one to me mate. I just thought he did as much as anybody. As Tavao Sawney kicked a couple of goals himself. I snuck him in for 1. I only gave 2 votes to Bowie Collins because I thought he went off the boil for a while. He came off the ground and stayed off a lot longer than he normally
they did
does.
The last quarter. They said he's done it,
and I don't know why, but he went off the boil. He had my 3 votes most of the day. But sometimes defenders just don't get recognised. Matter of fact, most times. But I watched him all day. He got everything that come near him. Most of his possessions went to a Bellpost Hill bloke, and I gave 3, and I forget his name.
Bo McNamara.
I gave 3 to Bo.
I was going to say Caleb Basley, but I didn't want to give it to him.
Well, I tell you what, I wasn't far. I wanted to give him a vote for some of the things he did too. There was a lot of blokes I wanted to give votes to. Vasika I wanted to give votes to.
Yeah, no, he was good
I thought that's probably Fanta's best game that he's played in quite some time.
Yeah, I probably didn't want to give him votes. Just he was in the next line. I think.
I didn't either.
No, that's fine. That's fair.
Anyway, my 3 were. I gave 1 to Finn Parrish. I thought he's very, very good, and I'd like to see him released up the ground a bit. I think it'd be fantastic. I gave 2 to Bowie Mack. You said defenders don't get recognised. Well, he spent half the time on the forward line. He was all over the place.
Yeah.
He almost played a loose man midfield role. And I gave my 3 to Bo Collins. I think when the game is there to be won, I know he's off for half of the last quarter, but the damage he did in the first 3 quarters was enough to get my votes. He just seems to be a little bit above this level, doesn't he? He's elite with his hands, his foot skills. He runs in a straight line and he's tough.
Yeah,
he's tough. Now you have blokes like Yatesy having those sort of people around you. Just give Bo the freedom because Yates will do the bullocking work for you, but Bo doesn't mind going in there getting down and dirty either. So our player of the day, which is the Hotham player of the day, is it not?
It certainly is the Charles Hotham Hotel, Sir Charles Hotham.
Sir Charles Hotham Hotel there with Chris and Rachel Moore. Goes to Bo Collins. So, well done, Bowie. Bellpost still a fantastic win. All right, before we get you to thank the sponsors, Grubby, where are we headed next week? The games are Winchelsea versus East Geelong at Winch. The Giants versus Corio
Sorry, can you start that again?
Winchelsea versus East
Geelong.
at Winch.
No, we won't be seeing Winch 3 in a row.
Right. The Giants versus Corio at West Oval.
We'll keep that in mind for a minute.
Anarchy Inverleigh at Anarchy.
No,
Bannockburn Bellpost Hill at Victoria Park.
that's a big chance.
Thompson versus Werribee at Thompson.
That's a big chance.
North Geelong Belmont at Osborne Park.
That's no chance.
Right, so you're saying Thompson, Werribee, Bannockburn Bellpost Hill, or the Giants Corio?
Well, the Giants' career probably dropped off now.
Okay.
Yeah.
For them other two.
Okay.
I think we go out to Bannockburn.
Dale's really happy with that one. He can have a sleep in.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm not working next week. Right? And that honey out there that his father-in-law makes. no, look, we haven't been out there for a while. Oh, I think we should go. Oh, well, it's up to you, blokes.
No, and had a good win today, and got themselves back on track. So
Look, the way and I say it all the time, if it was Werribee Thompson at Galvin Park, I think it'd be a lot better game, and I would even think about going there. But they just don't play well enough away to make it a good, interesting game, I don't think.
no, fair enough. So we are heading to Victoria Park, Bannockburn next week for Bannockburn versus.
Have we got some
Bellpost Hill?
final scores too,
I'm trying to find some, but mine are all dropped away.
No, it's okay, mate. I've got my phone up here. So the scores as they stand, whether they're final, I don't know. Inverleigh 87, Giants 46, Bellpost Hill 85, Winch 47. Thompson 152, that is the final score. Defeated Corio 51. Nothing from Anarchy. Werribee, this is the final score, 93, defeated North Geelong 59. And Bannockburn 114, defeated Belmont 50. So
Well, I actually have got a final score from Anarchy.
have you?
Anarchy 5-6-36 were defeated by East Geelong 25-19, 189. So that was text from me by Wayne Moore. Thank you very much.
He's here.
Hey?
He's here.
No, he only
was for a little
stays,
while.
he only stays till half time. Then he goes and watches Anarchy.
All right, so we're going to.
He's not biased.
No, he's not. So we're going to Bannockburn next
Bloody
week.
is.
Bannockburn versus Bellpost Hill. Grubby, you got some sponsors to
We
thank
have-
for the day.
Look, thank you very, very much. We do it every week, and it's a pleasure to do it. Fairhaven Homes, there's none better. Lifeline, look, as I always say, you cannot do it on your own. 131-114. That was 131-114, and you cannot do it on your own. Corio Bay Healthcare, thank you very much. The Great Hotham Hotel, the Yards Hotel, the Comnafine Hotel, the Grandy Cycles, and go and see Martin Carter at Morris Finance. There's none better.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. It was actually, considering how the weather was, it was actually quite a good game of footy. Geez, they went in hard.
Yeah, look, I thought I was pretty good. You two struggled a little bit again, but hey, you'll get there. You'll get there, you blokes.
Let's keep working, you reckon, Grub?
Dead set, eh? If you, self-praise,
What a flog.
self-praise is no praise.
What a flog.
You little turd muncher. Back to
Thanks
Steele
for
over the
listening,
studio.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone. This has been a GDFL Footy Match of the Day from Eyes Reserve.
Good on you, Steelo.